Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
The City of Champions, Agree to Disagree, A2D Radio, live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios, BMW of Atlantic City, off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours, Gibson Mayer, LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. The Bad Boys of Sports Talk, Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milwaukee, Rob Pove on the ones and twos. We'll have 5 questions with the Pove at the end of the show. Flyers clinch, and they get a little gift. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. A rivalry, love it. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Phil's put up a 20 spot, 20 hits, 20 runs. Good night. How many did they score today? And Arrieta gets his first start in a Phil's uniform. That's freaking exciting right there. We get a little horse to go with the ponies. Let's go. Giddy up. And giddy up right into the freaking Sixers, baby. Because let me tell you something. What we saw the other night, now granted a big lead, and you knew Cleveland was going to come back. You knew LeBron was going to score at will whenever he wants to. But what I love, the mental toughness, got the dub, full control of the 3 seed, control our own destiny. Let's go. We're going to talk Sixers a lot today. How far would they go in the playoffs? Who would you rather play? Milwaukee, Washington, Miami. We'll discuss that. 3 games ago. They got the Mavericks today, Atlanta, and then Milwaukee. So 3 winnable games, 2 definite games you got to win against 2 bad teams in the Mavericks, and the Hawks are must-wins. Mm-hmm. And the Cavs end on a back-to-back with New York twice. So cupcake, Durant talk, that's where they end up with. Our poll, the Philadelphia 76ers, will they hold the number 3 seed? Will they continue to hold it? Will they get the 3 seed in the NBA playoffs? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Make sure on the YouTube side, subscribe. Give us your comments. If you're ever on the book, follow, like the whole 9, because this is for the fan, by the fan. We need your opinion so we can drive it to the upper management. And if we got to run people out, we do it. We've shown in the past, and look at us now. Look where we came as a freaking family. All we do is win, win, win. That's all we do. It's unbelievable. When you knock the fucking king off like we did the other night, that's exciting talk, which takes us in the Sixers. Boys, will they continue to hold the 3 spot?
We're like DJ Khaled over here. All I do is win, win, win.
That's what I was going with. I don't got the rhythm. You know what I mean? I don't got the rhythm, Daddy, like a lot of people do out there.
You're very rhythmless. I agree.
Rhythmless, yep. Great talker, rhythmless.
By the way, we're holding the fucking 3 seed, okay? And this is round 2 of this talk that we got into a little bit already. But
I don't have to stare at anything. Yeah. I can talk. Hey, how you guys doing?
So
you can join us.
We're definitely going to get the 3 seed. We're going to rip right through fucking Dallas today, Atlanta, and then Milwaukee's a tough game, but it's at home, and we've been smoking people at home, so that's fine. We're getting the 3 seed, and everything's looking up for us. You know, like we were saying. Eastern Conference Finals, it looks like it's within grasp.
It is.
You know, okay, it's definitely doable. It's definitely there for the taking. And I think we're running on all cylinders right now, and we got the best point guard in the NBA. And fucking come at me about it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Ben Simmons, baby. Here he comes.
You know what I said the other day in the Sixers
We're ready
group?
to go, baby. Let's go. I think we can go to the finals. I really do.
I said all the Brett Brown haters, and Markel haters, please at me. Like, please at me. I want you to at me.
And
Let's
Fultz
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Pretty good. Nice spin move, finishing. Dude, 6'5" with a 7-foot wingspan. The dude's going to get where he wants on the court. And like we said, Bellinelli, Illy, bringing them in huge, spread the court more, open shots. And Ben's going to find you because he's got the best vision in basketball. So, except for maybe LeBron. But that's fine. They'll be teammates next year. So
one's a puppy. One's a puppy. Sweet, they hold on to the 3.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You know, with 3 games remaining. Yeah, even if we weren't rolling as well as we're rolling right now, like we could see we can see the light. Like Greg said, you want to grab that 3. You know what I mean? It's a huge
You have
difference.
to.
You can still, 4 still gives you home court, but we don't want that. 3, 6, we'll take the Heat. I ain't scared of anybody.
Yeah.
But we'll take the Heat. It's like I said, it's in between the Heat, Bucks, and whoever right now. And
Yeah,
Wizards could
Heat,
slime in
Bucks,
there,
Wizards. Heat,
yeah,
Bucks,
yeah,
Wizards.
yeah.
But bottom line is you don't want the 4 because the 4 is Indiana, who's a tougher team than those 3, and then it's Toronto. So, and you don't want either one of them, in my opinion. And the Cavaliers are going to stomp on Toronto anyway, so we don't even have to worry about them.
No, I think we're in good shape.
You think they hold the 3?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about it. The 3 seed, as Sweepsy alluded to, is the important one right now because, as the big fella also said, you miss Toronto, you miss Cleveland, you get Boston without Kyrie. And that's the wounded duck right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the wounded calf that's in the field that you just want to pounce on. So, and the good thing is a veteran team would probably look past that first round matchup, but these kids have never been here before. So there's no looking
they're
past.
going to be hype as fuck.
Yeah, there's no looking past whoever we play in the first round. And outside of Indiana, I don't care who we play.
Yeah.
And I think we beat Indiana. They just worry me a little bit more just from a matchup standpoint than anybody else.
It'll be a tough series.
But I'm not, I wouldn't, I'm not going to cry over if, Indiana ends up to 6, but I don't think they are.
In a year.
They pretty much got the 5.
Yeah.
In a year where, obviously Kyrie got hurt and we're doing things that maybe we weren't expected to do yet this early.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's almost, it's got a little bit of Eagles feel to it. You know what I mean? Like last year was that layup. You know what I mean? Like, when 11 left, it was like, we weren't, they weren't just happy to be there. They still stayed the best team that they were supposed to, that they were all year, but they were able to finish off Tommy. You know what I mean? Just like now, if they're able to finish the East off, the West is always the big bully on the block. Hey, you get to the dance, you never know, man.
Yeah,
boys are meant to go down.
Don't let us steal one this year.
Yeah.
First off,
don't let us steal one.
You might not get it back.
Somehow, I know you were saying that you don't think they're going far, but somehow let Houston get to the finals if we get there because we bully Houston every time we play them. I don't care what anybody says. We will smoke the Rockets if we see them in the finals.
That's why they will make it.
If we see Golden State, we're in trouble.
Well, listen, let me say something. We're doing this, and we all know this. We're doing this without, in my opinion, the best big man in basketball. Okay, that's just my opinion. People go Anthony Davis, and that's fine.
He's top
I'm
three,
not going to argue it, but that's just me, how I feel about it. Okay, we're doing this all without him. So he's going to come back, right? And if it's in the first round, right away, or later on in the first round, he's going to be back. And to me, nothing's going to change on how they're playing basketball. Now, in the playoffs, you actually have a big man to get the ball to, which is huge when the game slows down. So you can't, you can be up tempo and all that, but it's going to be huge to have him back to get the baskets you sort of need in that Cleveland game at certain points where you didn't have the inside guy to get the ball to. Going to be clutch.
Well, when they cut it from 26 to 12 and we didn't make a shot.
That's
when you go inside.
You need to go into it. But the bigger thing is, you're seeing that this bench is dangerous. I know Matt Kumar just said the same thing, but this bench is really dangerous. Bellinelli and Ersan can flat out stroke it. Dario was stroking it before the little elbow issue, but was stroking. Markelle brings you now another dynamic off the bench.
Floor general.
The turnover to assist ratio is what I'm talking about, family. Okay, look at the turnover to assist ratio. I hate numbers, but I love numbers when you talk about a point guard not turning the basketball over. It's huge. His numbers are filthy. He takes care of the ball. Listen, I see him take one jumper. That's fine. I've seen Ben take one, too. You understand? So he can get to the basket at will. He can create. He's a good passer. So we said last week,
he's athletic.
Everything I see about him, there's no bust. He's so smooth, it's almost hard to be a bust. Like, if you're a bust that smooth, my eyes are a lie. You know what I mean? My eyes are lying to me. But I'm excited.
You're the opposite of Kapler.
Exactly. How deep this bench is, how deep this 5 is. We had no issues early on in the year. Our first 5 would dominate you.
Right.
We would go to the bench and we would get taken to the woodshed. Now we're going to take you to the woodshed.
And we blew games.
Yeah.
And we blew at least 5 games.
At
At least 5 that we had in the bag.
And one of Philadelphia's favorite sons is now taking it on the chin. I mean, he had about 5 minutes the other night. It's fucking killing me. But they're rolling. And
Who,
like
Teach?
Yeah, Teach.
It's all right. It has to
I
happen.
understand.
He's still going to get some little time. They're going to throw him out there just to let him mad dog around.
Can you take Rocco's minutes, please?
Hey, guess what though? Guess what? 8 minutes of TJ with some energy and effort. I'll take it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we all agree that we all like him, but if he's running your second unit, how good is the second
Well,
unit?
Fultz needs to run your second unit.
And with Fultz, it's like, with all due respect to TJ, who I like, it's a huge upgrade.
Yeah,
Sure.
Huge upgrade.
He's number 1 overall.
But
pick.
now you got a guy. But now you got another point guard that in times you can use. It just makes you deeper and better.
Yep.
And you're going to go again. If you get to the finals and you go against the West, you're deep enough to play with them.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
the crazy thing. You're
it's
deep enough to play.
And it's perfect that we're only giving Markelle like 18 minutes a game because that's what he needs right now. It gives Ben a breather because right now they really can't play together because they both don't shoot. So you can't really have them together at the moment.
Tough.
So it's perfect to give Ben a breather and have him run the show while Ben's getting a breather.
Hey, listen, man,
it's perfect.
There's nothing wrong with running the second unit and being productive because
Absolutely not.
he
did that the rest of his fucking career. I don't care.
he can. And listen, I don't care either. This team's deep. This team's a legit NBA playoff basketball team, and in my opinion, the best team in the Eastern Conference. Since the moves and since Christmas Day, right? Since Christmas Day,
Cleveland will be tough.
well, listen, since
But I
Christmas
agree.
Day, they're what the third best record,
second best.
second best record in all the NBA since
don't-
Christmas Day. Them kind of numbers don't lie to you. There's some shit that lies to you.
And Christmas Day,
That's
we didn't have the roster we have now.
No, so this is one of the hottest teams in
We're
basketball.
on a 13er now, and I think we had a 10.
We had a
before
10er
that.
before.
so-
Yeah.
The only thing that
Two
scares
pretty
you a
good
little
streaks.
bit is that Dario's banged up. It was evident the last 2 games. Well, he missed the 1 game, and then he hasn't played really well. Since he came back.
I
might
sit
sit him. I might sit him till the playoffs.
I just sit them now.
Because we don't even need him. And we need him in the playoffs because I think Dario's a really good player.
Well, that's
and he's
where
been
you need the
and he's been
toughness.
shooting great from 3 too. But he hasn't looked right since he came back. The elbow thing. Let him rest it. Give him a week.
But you're absolutely right.
Get to the fan after
we
Greg.
went from an NBA roster of like 7 guys, 6.5. You know what I mean? Before Christmas Day or at Christmas Day, and now you can legitimately say we have 11 NBA players on this roster that can and the bottom one being TJ, because he's just the odd man out of the 2 5s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's easy to do it when you're Brian Colangelo. I mean, yeah, I hate the bastard. I'll eat a little crow, though, but bringing in Bellinelli, bringing in Ersan
2
back.
good moves.
I wasn't a huge fan of the Ersan bringing back because I was just like, why? What sense does this make? But he has absolutely played well. He fits his system
Listen,
like a
defensively,
team.
wants to take a charge.
Defensively, he's a monster on that second. And like you said earlier, those guys now stretch the floor and just flat out stroke.
And plus, your second time coming through the city, like we know what you're about. You know what I mean, like I loved him the first time. You know what I mean? It was.
Oh yeah, I'm an
LA
LA guy.
You know what I mean?
Maybe don't jump when LeBron's steamrolling towards you
Yeah.
because you're just going to be on the poster for the
you
rest
just
of your
got
life.
poster.
But besides that, I love the guy.
Listen, the toughness he
Yeah,
brings.
you had to deal with the stare down. I mean, I'm all for a poster, but the
Well, what's he going to even say?
the
He
big fella.
just got to look down.
I know, but I'm saying the big fella.
Is he still looking, guys? Is he
You know,
still looking?
The
Is
big
he still
fella,
looking?
the big fella took 20 steps back down the court, walked the whole time back down the court.
Oh, I said it when I was watching the game.
Ben flew by him. He didn't even care.
No,
he was
no,
like, "Hey, did you guys see that dunk? He'll be on my team next year. I don't care.
I would
Let
have
him go out.
stared everybody down. All right, let's get to some of the family chiming in. Mike Parker, let's put up another 3 touchdowns today talking about the Phils.
Yes,
sir. Frank Vespi, give us win 50 and the 3 seed. Mike Parker said they win at least 2. They will lose to the Bucks. They should
They're not
still
gonna lose to the
do
Bucks, Mike.
it. Number 3 seed.
They're not going to lose to the Bucks. Mike, they haven't lost at home in a month. Come on. Let's go. Where's Tiger? 18 back? Still in it, Mike.
Mike,
Lose to the Bucks. Come on.
Matt Kumar, don't stop preaching best bench in the league. Now that we have Fultz creating, no question, brother.
Absolutely.
Mike Parker, is LeBron going to sit or is he going full all 82? He's going 82.
Yeah, he's going 82.
Timothy Smith saying yes to the poll question. They hold the 3 seed. Matt Kumar, that was the question for you. Best bench. It's scary. Best bench.
Yeah, Golden State's always had the second unit that's like as good as the first. That's why they've won titles basically. But I think we're right there, and they actually lost some off their bench this year. They're not as good as they have been in the past. So I think our bench is playing great right now.
We're there. Dan Martin, yes.
You
James
figure
Wilder.
Rashawn's basically a bench guy once Embiid's back. So,
Oh, yeah, he's a bench guy. James Wilder, busy moving shit into my
big
house
bench guy.
this weekend.
Oh,
Sorry
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
been in the
But
group,
he's solid,
fam.
though.
The Sixers are going to the chip. It's going to be wild, boys. Listen, I agree.
Thanks, Canadian.
I agree.
Hey, Canada.
Rodney Reyes, I think the Cavs sweep the Knicks and end up 51-31. The Sixers on the other win their next 2 games to extend their win streak to 15. However, I have a feeling, I hope I'm wrong, that the Bucks will end the streak. The Sixers will fall to the
But
fourth.
at 52.
Still a nice season.
At
Looking forward to an
52,
exciting offseason.
Cleveland's 51. We still have the 3 seed.
We got to win all 3.
That's right.
Basically.
52, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Rither.
We're going to win all 3.
You don't want to
Guys.
play the Cavs in the playoffs. It was evident by the early lead and comeback. Though we still
but that
won.
will be the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'll play them in the playoffs because it'll be the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem seeing it. Mikey the Greek blowing a 30-point lead or not, we beat LeBron and the Cavs in a playoff atmosphere with playoff seed implications on the line. That's a sign of a team that has arrived and has shown up. And
Absolutely.
a game that solidified their confidence level. Preach, Mikey!
Absolutely!
Preach, Mikey!
With
Let's
JoJo.
fucking go! Let's go!
He's absolutely right. And the other part about
Comment
it,
of the
too,
day so far.
that was an NBA ref game. Except for the
Oh, they
end
let
of
him
the
play.
game.
They were letting him
They
play.
were letting him play.
I mean, first off,
JJ's trying to fight through screens, and his jersey's getting ripped off.
there was a couple times that we hacked the shot of LeBron they didn't call, which I'm
Yeah,
fine. Let
absolutely.
him argue with the refs.
That
Sweet.
It's fine.
That
Read
was
that
an
one.
NBA ref game.
Yeah.
Read
Or
Mikey
a
the Greek
playoff
this
game.
one right here.
LeBron doesn't drive in the lane with Embiid in there.
No,
Oh!
he doesn't.
Oh!
Not like he was. Every time they switched Bellinelli on him, he smiled and went right to the rim. So, I mean, and he's still. Have you watched basketball the last 15 years? He still does that with anybody on the court. But it's tougher with Embiid on the court.
Oh,
That's
it's,
for sure.
it's big time tougher.
It's a lot tougher.
Not saying he's not going to go,
Yeah.
but you know, just to order a shot, just to be there,
Absolutely.
get a
Listen,
hard
Just-
foul, whatever.
Yeah, just his presence. Just like we talked about a month ago when Clarkson pushed Dario. If that was JoJo, he doesn't push him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a different presence. It's a different guy. You're just like, okay. But yeah, LeBron does what he wants
And
all the time.
maybe
Stars
he
treat
misses.
stars
Maybe he
differently.
misses 2 of those 14 layups he made in the second half.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Or just have a guy there to maybe not, maybe contemplate, maybe set on for another 3 or set on for a fadeaway jumper or something where it's like, I got the big moose down there. You know, I can't get down
Well,
there.
I'm losing my mind that we keep switching Bellinelli off on the high screen, and we're like, stop putting Bellinelli on him. As soon as he gets on him, he just like smile, rack, smile, rack.
It's ridiculous. We kept saying
And Bellinelli's trying, but he can't do nothing.
Yeah.
He can't do anything against it.
I know it's
he,
their
he
op-
was he was in a 10-minute like glass of emotion. I mean, Bellinelli was getting absolutely.
He was
fucking-
burying threes, though.
He was shooting well, but he was getting killed on the defensive end, and then he was throwing cross court passes, turning the ball over. I fucking came out of my fucking skin. I'm like, why are we throwing a fucking 50-foot pass?
And why
Can
is
somebody go to the
Bellinelli
ball?
the guy
Go to
handling
the ball. Yeah.
If
Go
you,
to the ball.
If you don't want Ben in that shit in that spot, then that's where TJ's got to come in the game
Go to the ball.
to handle the ball. Because I think that series was they didn't want Ben to have the ball because of the foul, Hackett Ben.
Yeah.
So, but you can't give the ball to Bellinelli and then have him pick up his dribble in a corner and then try and throw a cross court, off balance, bounce pass.
Listen, I know it's in their defensive scheme to switch on everything, but like at some point, and I'm not blaming this on Brett because that's their scheme, but at some point, like he said, you know, we're going to look at it.
He said that.
He
in
said
the
after the
presser,
game, he's like, yeah, we got to look at it because that wasn't working. You know what I mean? But at some point, like somebody, your defensive guy on the bench, I forget the black guy's name, who's the D guy essentially. On
Anderson.
Rocco?
No.
Justin Anderson.
No. The assistant.
Oh.
I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about, though. Bald-headed guy.
Yep.
Okay. LeBron, great relation with LeBron as well. We talked about that before.
Clements or something?
I'll get his name, but that's what you're there for, to help your coach out. Like, hey, we got to stop switching. Let's get a timeout. Say, hey,
Gotta do something.
we can't switch on him. Like, let him shoot the 3. Like, I know why you switch because you try to defend the 3 easier on a switch. But guess what? When a moose knuck is driving down the tracks and the train's coming through, but there's nothing to stop the train, you got to stop switching. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's stopping him.
When Parkman's coming, barreling in the home plate, you get off the tracks.
I mean, listen.
I was trying to get there, Sleeps.
But the bottom line is,
Teamwork.
there's not
good
many other guys in the
assistant
league that's
coach.
not going to work for. You know,
Dynamite dropping
obviously,
money.
LeBron is a different type of monster than pretty much everyone else in the league. But I guess the only reason you don't double there is because he's such a good passer. He's going to find the open guy. But I don't know. I might still double.
Well, they're also every time they ran it with their shooter. So it was either Corver or J.R. Smith. Because you're right,
Or that big European guy. I don't know who the fuck he is.
If you
but-
double
Oscar,
that,
yeah,
he's
he
just
was
going
1 for 9 from 3. Oscar.
yeah,
he's just going
Let
to
him
dish
shoot.
it to the guy wide open to stroke.
yeah, of course.
Question from the fam. Prince, Davalis, when is Embiid coming back? I think the start of the playoffs. That's me. I know he thinks more middle.
Well, no, I don't, because they said I think this Friday he's getting like re-evaled, and if it's completely healed, then he can wear a mask and play.
Yep.
So there's a good chance he's there for the start of the playoffs, which would be next Saturday or Sunday.
Kid told us.
You were going gown game.
No, but I still said week
I
1.
mean, I said he would be back too.
No, I'm saying you didn't. I'm talking about you said middle first
No,
round.
he saw him on the bench yesterday. He's like, that face don't look too bad.
I still don't
face
think.
don't look too bad.
I still don't think we need
I
it.
said that's when you get a makeup guy. You know what I mean? It's obviously a makeup guy, putting the little powder on, and to try to fool us that it was really a freaking injury.
Big Mario, the horror director. We need Mario.
Cerrito said.
We need Mario to put some makeup on him.
No, but
guy.
all reports we're getting is that it looks like he should be ready by the start of the playoffs.
Basically.
Mask or not, listen,
Mask for sure.
Well, that's fine. Let's go. We're here. Let's get back to the
We
comments.
don't even need him for the first round.
Shaquan Gitters. Philly will ball out like NBA streets with cheat codes.
Yeah, Quan.
He's on fire.
He goes, Eagles all day. I want to see that Super Bowl ring. Hell yeah, Shaquan. And we're going to get another one. I said the other night, people started coming hot at me because then they started blowing a 30-point lead. But this was before this. I've been talking broad for this team for about a month now. I think it was on this show. I slammed the table and guaranteed where we're going. I'm not saying I'm right, but you throw enough things against the wall, sometimes shit starts to stick. Well, this shit's going to stick again, and that's 2 sticks, and now he's on fire.
This is our year. We're sticking.
This guy's got a giant shovel.
We're finally
This
sticking.
guy's been walking around with a giant shovel for fucking 7 months now.
First off, we've been 7 months, 27 years. Only because he was a Cowboy fan for the first 9.
That's not true. What are you doing, dude? What are you trying to say? Don't come on here lying to people.
Oh man, that just turned ugly.
No,
quick.
but we've been shoveling. We've been shoveling for 25 years. We finally hit China. Okay, we're there. We're there.
Is that Yale?
Picked up Otani.
Prince Davalos is saying he's just praying that Embiid comes back.
Yeah.
We all are. He'll be back.
He'll
He'll be back. Mikey the Greek. Speaking of Ben, I've been the biggest critic, but praise is due. He's definitely turned it up a few notches. I'll backstory this. Early on in the year, Mike wanted more aggression offensively, and I think we all did.
Yeah.
We saw at times where it's like he just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
He's growing, and we all expected it. And Mike did too. But right now he's saying, hey, what I saw earlier. So that's the backstory of it. Okay. He said, especially his leadership with Embiid out, he's shown signs of a franchise player and a future great. His performance against the Cavs showed me he won't cower against better competition, but plays up and beyond better competition. That alone makes me confident in and excited to see him in the playoffs. Eastern Conference Finals appearance at worst. Let's go.
Let's go.
Mike, you're on fire, baby.
stories.
You're on fire today.
Yeah,
Charles Barkley.
Mike's coming in hot today.
Charles Barkley isn't a dumb man.
No.
And when he says something about his boys, and he's got a little scratch on it.
Little dudes.
He's
got more than a little. He got more than a little.
But, he came out and said they're going to get to at least the finals. And, he might talk like he's an idiot, but Chuck's a smart man.
You've
Can't
seen,
golf for shit.
you especially seen it. You've seen it. We've seen it all year, but the rest of the country's seeing it now during this 13-game winning streak. Like the similarities, if you didn't know, of LeBron and Ben. You understand? LeBron's been doing it for a long time. I know when he left and he got killed and he had Wade and Bosh. But before that, he was still going to the finals when nobody was in Cleveland. It was just him. Those guys make
Daniel Gibson?
They make people behave.
With Daniel Gibson?
They make average guys better players.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's
that's just what they
better
do.
around Ben. It's obvious.
It's unbelievable.
It's just obvious.
Well, listen, what a great steal.
Yeah.
Jordan.
They make everyone better.
All the greats of all time made Bill Cartwright look good, and
Steve
Kerr, John
Kerr's, and the list goes on. Luke Longley's, and the list goes on. Of guys he made look better. And that's what greats do. I know we talked about it last week. I don't compare Ben to Magic, but I compare the up-tempo style to me.
He's a lot like Magic.
Yeah.
Just because he's big and he handles a guy that size that handles a ball like that. You've only seen like 3 of them ever: Magic, LeBron.
Yeah, well, look, to me, he's a piece of a little bit of all, because to me he gets to the bucket stronger than Magic ever could, essentially, in my opinion.
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying Magic couldn't take a shot.
I want to go back and watch.
Magic wasn't like 6'11".
6'9".
Okay, but 6'11" is another 2 inches.
Magic played center against us in the finals and had 44 and 12.
No, I understand that, but
I'd kill for another 2 inches.
to me, I don't know. Magic could do things in the post and a little sky hook and little things he could do, but to me, he's just Ben's already just stronger down there. Is my point.
I think
it's
I think
a little
Ben's
different.
more athletic.
All right, that's a good wording then.
But it's just because he's 2 inches taller. And I think Magic was a phenomenal athlete.
If you want to talk about the dishing, I think that the eyesight. If you want to compare eyesight, I'm all for
Greg's
that.
big on the extra
right?
2 inches, isn't he?
Like if you want to consider the eyesight, I'm all for buying into the eyesight. You know what I mean? Like the eyesight's similar.
On the vision.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has a lot of things that are
Magic might have played with the best big man ever. And looks like Ben might be there too.
You know, and you just got to stay on the court. And listen, I'm excited for the playoff basketball because you know what we talked about.
The city's already on fire. That building, that roof's gonna blow off that building.
Imagine
Imagine
the Flyers beat the Penguins too.
Joel, that roof's gonna blow off the building. Game 1, especially if he's back.
First off, I don't like I said. I don't even care. If he's not ready, I'm fine with him not being back for the first round. Don't risk it. If he's not ready,
I'm
in
all
my
right
opinion,
because
I think I don't even a game or two. We win the first round without him.
The way we're playing right now.
Telling you right now.
That's kind of Pootie Tango over here on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, what up, Tube?
First of all, it says full spin moves are a beautiful thing to watch.
They are.
And then he says, second thing, would you guys rather play Miami or Washington in the first round?
Either one. Who cares?
Either one.
And I'm the same way. I'd rather play Miami because I think they're a worse team.
Yeah.
Just because
Somehow we
John
can't guard
Wall,
Wade the
Bradley
last 5
Beal
minutes of a game, but
are problems.
They
you
are.
know, but
they could be.
You're right. There potentially could be, but I don't care.
Listen, the way this team scores the basketball.
They've been misusing Whiteside. I mean, he's been hurt all year. Then when he came back,
he can't guard
misusing him. No. And them two have a beef. So I like that.
Yeah.
I like that storyline.
I do like that.
But you're right, though.
There's no one on Washington that can guard him at all,
Wade.
though.
No.
Embiid averages 40. If he's there, he averages 40 a game against Washington because there's nobody on the team that can guard him.
Gortak.
Yeah,
There's
Martin.
There's a couple others here on the YouTube as well.
Did you say Martin?
Who's
No,
ready
it's
for
Marcin.
WrestleMania 34 tonight?
Sure.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
I'm ready. And then Mr. Povey, I think we can hold on to the 3 seed. JoJo being out and Ben we trust. And I know you missed one over on the Facebook. Michael Lipinski said Happy WrestleMania Day and Happy Rusev Day. Wrestling.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't catch on to that.
Yeah. That's why I know you skipped it.
The Mania.
All right, listen, say it. James Wilder, I'd rather play Miami, not at all afraid of the Wizards. They aren't stopping the Sixers. So,
Agreed.
confidence.
Hey, Canada.
Speaking of James, thoughts and prayers to that humble Broncos community. I mean, that's just a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, the Saskatchewan. Yeah,
terrible,
it's awful.
terrible tragedy, and it's just.
And they said the semi ran a light, right?
I'm sure.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't want to get up on my soapbox. I didn't know the details, but I'm sure it's human error. So, put your phones down, pay the fuck attention, right?
Yeah.
What you're fucking doing, right? Yeah. I mean, too many lives are being lost for just stupidity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put your phone down. Drive your car.
Yeah, a little bit. It's terrible.
It's tough for me to say that because I'm on my phone all day long, but I'm a professional driver.
Ethan Thomas chimes in. Viewer from Toronto.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, what's up?
If 76ers hold on to the 3 seed, they will make the Eastern Conference Finals. And he says, love the show, by the way.
Thanks, brother. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, A.
Appreciate it.
You're probably hoping that we don't hold the 3 seed because you guys don't want to see Cleveland. Toronto just can't beat Cleveland. I think Toronto could beat us, actually. We don't match up well with them. Some reason DeMar DeRozan hits like 75% from 3 when he plays us, 20% the rest of his career. I don't understand it. But Toronto scares me. The only team in the East that scares me is Toronto.
Lowry usually shrinks up to
Well,
midget.
that's
midget
why.
status.
That's why they don't scare me.
Cleveland's going to beat them, so that's not a problem.
He shrinks up to midget status.
That's why they don't scare
Can't
me.
even see him.
In the playoffs, you're right. Larry's, who are you?
Yeah.
Dwayne Casey can't coach.
That's true.
And DeMar Rosen.
57 wins looks real good in the regular season, and it gets real small in the playoffs.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
can't
just
beat Cleveland.
Status quo.
They just can't beat Cleveland.
Status quo.
Shined up rock.
But they do.
Rock looks shiny.
Yeah, we do match up. They do.
They
DeRozan
have
does own us, so.
they have a big bench, and they're a good team. They're tough. Van Vliet's good, is a good player off their bench.
Yeah, Valkovic is pretty good too.
Yeah, and they have they got Ibaka now this year. Like I think that Toronto's a good team. They just can't beat Cleveland. And if we hold the 3 seeds, we won't see them because they can't beat Cleveland.
Our family member, or our family Canadian here, not happy. He said, "Oh, fuck! Shout out to Toronto. Fuck the Leafs. Finally, another Canadian." He said,
Uh-oh.
It's a takeover.
Oh, Canada
He said-
battle!
He said it's a takeover. Me and one other guy. So they're trying to take over with him.
You just insulted him a little bit. So.
Who's going to be our new Canadian
you
guy?
You just
eh?
insulted him a little bit, so I think it's just you again.
Wilder's coming in hot.
Break him down and build him back up. Is what he's trying to
This is my house.
do. Breaking him down and build him
I
up.
was the first Canadian.
God damn it! I'm the only guy up north that should be on this show. Damn it!
I'm the only guy up north that should be on this show.
TTT Ball, what up?
What up? Now the name sounds good, right?
Oh,
TTP
sound real
ballin'.
good. TTP.
Trust
Ballin'.
Trust it. Yeah, so I don't really care who we play, honestly, because I'm that confident.
The cookie jar.
It's real simple.
I wouldn't mind a
who
cookie.
doesn't love cookies?
I wouldn't mind one. Maybe a nice oatmeal raisin, glass of milk. Somebody's happy.
Somebody's happy.
Kitchen talk.
Cookie talk.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about who we play as much. And we already talked about how far we pretty much think this basketball team
Finals
can
or
go.
bust.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Finals or bust. I mean, look how that changed. Yeah. Right? You know, I mean, I think I had them like 48, 49.
I think you were right around 50. I had them at 46 wins.
You had them at like
48, I believe I said.
In the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
44, 45.
Yeah, I mean, we all had them.
We were all very close.
We all expected
I mean,
a good basketball team.
Not that guy
I don't
that
think
comes
any of us expected a possible 16-game runoff.
No.
That's
That's what I'm going
That's
with.
phenomenal. That's
No.
phenomenal.
Everything I'm saying right now, I'm leading up to like, you know, we all had expectations that were pretty high for
They're
the
breaking
basketball
all
team.
of them.
But nobody, even though
Vegas
they're
had
going to
them
win
40.
50 games, and I felt like they could get to 50, even though I felt that way, they did it in a way where it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? You're like before the All-Star break, you were like, okay, you're going to go do some growing pains. I mean, before Christmas, you're like, all right, growing pains, young basketball team. And then all of a sudden, it's like, yo, we're grown-ups. We're grown-ups. And it was a flick of the switch.
Vegas had them at 40. They don't miss too much. You know,
Colin Cowturd.
There's a reason that they're cajillionaires in Vegas. They don't miss too much. You know what I mean? They had them at 40. So, I mean, you know, we all like the over. You know, whether
If you
it
put
was,
100 on
whether
to
it
win
was,
the,
you know what I mean?
if you put 100 on to win the championship at the beginning of the year, you would have won $8,000. Hey, should have done that one. He had $8,000.
$8,000.
Yeah.
Still a good day in the office, babe. You know what I mean? I mean, Greg put his nose up like 80
$100 bet.
or 8.
$100 bet. $8,000. That's pretty damn good.
Grow up, Greg.
$25 bet wins you $2,000.
How much you fucking want here? Jesus Christ.
Christ, Milakovic.
I thought it was higher.
He's like, when I'm out there, I just get in and out there. I don't even know that you can bet.
No, I thought their odds were a little worse. That's all. My bad.
Well, no, 44 wins, that odds,
Yeah.
you know, no, that odds are not as high than like a 30-win team. You know, 30-win team, you probably win
TTP.
80,000.
If we stayed the 3 seed, we're going to conference chip. Simple. And
Absolutely.
I think he had them at 46.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we go to the chip, we stay 3 seed. And what do you think? Do you think we're going to hold the 3 seed? Because we all said yes.
Yeah, back to the
we'd like-
poll.
we'd
Are
like
we
to
holding
know,
it?
Are we going to hold it?
How far are we going? Okay. How excited you are at Markel so far? You know, how do you feel about Ben? Let us everything. This whole entire roster.
Let us know.
Let us know about the whole roster. How do
Everybody's
you feel?
smiling in the city.
Mikey the Greek, I had 50 wins in the 3rd seed from the beginning. Tom knows. I verify, Mikey. I remember it. Mike Parker, what did I miss? Where'd you go, Mike? We can't go backwards now for you.
He's watching
the
Tiger.
Masters.
He's 17 back.
He said, I'm busy at work. I see a lot of Mikes and Parkers in the chat. There is a lot of Mikes right now. And Mikey the Greek, they could have won 55 games had they not won all them games. They had over 20 point leads.
They blew.
Which is amazing.
They easy blew 5. Probably more, but 5 easy that they blew.
5 in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 3 weeks.
3
you know.
weeks, yeah. That's before we knew how to close.
Yeah.
Before we knew it was,
But that's what
it was
it takes.
Ben's 9th game.
But that's what it takes. You know what I mean? It takes a young team like that to know what it takes to lose and then know what it takes to then finally win. And that's what we're seeing now.
Absolutely.
You know, last night or the other night was a great example.
Yeah, Friday night to me was it.
They
Friday
come
night was
all
it.
the way back, and they find a way to still win.
Yeah. Friday
Against the
night-
best player on the planet.
Friday,
That's a nut check right there.
Friday night was huge.
Huge.
For me. Huge for me.
Huge.
I mean, you know, just considering all the variables that went into it. You know, what I mean, not just beating the Cavs and grabbing onto that 3 spot, but being up by 30, and then LeBron hitting that switch and doing his thing, and we get cold and we don't have JoJo to go to, whatever you want to say. But we dug our heels and they never got by us. You know what I mean? It was that match race. The two great horses at the top of the stretch digging in, and and they couldn't get by us. You know what I mean? We just dug in, boom. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
showed a
it
lot,
was like you
know
said.
what I mean?
It showed a ton because I think at one point when they made it the 2-point game, I texted you like, "We're going to lose by fucking 10."
Yeah.
But like you said, we were able to show enough toughness that once they equaled us, but they never got past us, and then we were able to run like 8 straight to get back out by 8. It was huge, because they ended up cutting it to 1 again. So that's why.
Edwin James says, the Europeans have been huge for us. Dario, Marco,
Dario's
Ersan
not coming over.
are unsung heroes of the team. Completely agree.
No, he's absolutely
Completely
right.
agree. We were talking about the other night that, I mean, the Europeans can flat out stroke it. They they space the floor. And every night.
Can we just use our heads a little more, though? You know what I mean? Like, why are we fouling going away? The guy's in the popcorn vendor's lap. You know what I mean? Like, if he hits that shot,
because it's Rocco.
If he hits that shot,
if
you
you
just
look
go.
at it, he found him
before,
that.
but guess what? When he catches it right there, you don't even foul.
Yeah.
You foul him if he catches it at half court. You don't foul him right at the 3-point line because if he goes up for a shot, it's the best player in the world. They're going to fucking call it.
You
Okay.
just contend.
Hey, you
We
knew
knew
he
he
was.
wasn't
I
gonna
was-
do
I
that.
knew he was going to miss
You're
a
right,
field-
though,
a free-
like-
a free throw though.
As soon as you did, I yelled, "Bolt O-line!"
Yeah.
Well, the best tweet I saw after the game was somebody said, not only was LeBron nice enough to give us the 3rd seed, but then he missed the second. He missed the 3rd free throw to give everybody Frosties.
Class
They
act.
almost tipped that into.
Class
Oh my God!
Just
I
an
know.
unbelievable game. I mean,
Yeah,
like
that was incredible.
how it ended, and then like they almost tipped that in. Oh man.
It was crazy. But no, you guys are right. That showed the toughness. A team that's growing in front of our eyes, to be able to close out, like Mike said, a playoff atmosphere game like that,
Yeah.
and to be able to win that, even though you're up 30, and they came back, and it's easy to fold when the goat's in the house.
Absolutely.
When the king's around, you can shrivel up real quick.
When he's
But
got a
but that-
40-point triple-double, it's easy to fucking fold.
But nobody did. Nobody did. And that goes to the vets on this basketball team helping these young kids grow. That's what it's about. Like, the Amir Johnson
best point
signings
guard
of the
in the
world.
league.
The Ersan coming back, the Bellinellis, the Reddicks. Them signings are all for these kids that have vets in here that have been around the dance before, that knows what it takes to close out games.
I love
And
that.
every night you're seeing a different one of them 4 guys have big nights. Different nights, it's different guys.
Yeah.
One night Marco will go off, then JJ goes off, then Ersan goes off. So Dario does Dario, but the whole group of them, you're getting contributors different nights that have big games. Like 28 points is a big game from a guy who you're not making 28 points from. If that makes sense.
Amir
boys.
brings toughness. Wears his shoes on his hands, though. Can't
Yeah,
catch
can't
anything.
catch anything.
Can't
Can't catch
catch
a
a
cold.
fucking cold. Couldn't catch crabs from a $10 whore. But he gives toughness.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it the other
Hey,
night.
keep your crabs, lady.
He's pump faking. There's no one around.
How about the one where we threw it to him?
Yeah,
he
he's
dropped it. Then he finally recalled it, and instead of just dunking, he did a 3. What
Yeah,
did he
he's-
do?
he was
Where you
pump faking,
pirouetting
there's no
to,
one around,
Amir?
like, just
just
go
dunk
up
the
hard.
ball. Jesus.
Josh Allen on Facebook jamming in some Rush, baby.
Okay.
Wawa
Uh-oh,
Coffee.
Canada.
Yeah.
He goes, Wawa Coffee, life is good.
Yes.
And life is good.
What
J-
song?
That's the number one
What
pick.
Rush
Did you
song?
say Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Number 1 pick's chiming in. Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up,
Oh,
Josh?
what up? Oh, what up, Josh? Where you going?
He said, hook me up with a jersey trade for that Selleck. I don't think we have a Selleck.
We got a Westbrook.
I don't know which one you're talking about, Josh. You gotta let me know.
That's Westbrook, not Selleck. Maybe over there.
Mike Parker, hashtag Wawa Life. Yep, Josh with the Jesus. Love the way LeBron shrugged after missing. Get a little shrug.
He didn't care.
And he goes, LeBron not good in clutch free throws. Yeah.
Of course, I was
Softness.
waiting for people to
Yeah, I
like
told you that.
to
That's what he
smash
said.
him after that.
Yeah.
Oh, 44, 11, 11. Missed a free throw. It's like actually the one thing he's not very good at. It might not have been. It's a terrible foul by Rocco because it's Rocco and he's an idiot. But
Well, we said, yeah.
but he's not a great free throw shooter. I had a feeling he
Yeah.
wasn't going to make all 3.
It
Yeah.
should have
You hope to
it should have
God.
never even came down to that because, but I mean, give you credit because you didn't like it before that. But with 4 seconds and no timeouts, I thought he should have missed the previous time
The first one.
to the line. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
when
But
Ben
he made them
fouled him.
both. Yeah, when Ben found it, he made them both just with no timeouts. If they don't hit that home run there, you keep everything in front of you. It's gonna be half quarter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't know. It is what it is. We lucked out.
Yeah, it is.
That's fine though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
exactly.
That's what you gotta
That's what
do.
you gotta do, make
That's
all
what you gotta do.
three. Yeah.
That's
You gotta
and
grab her
everyone
early
kept
then.
saying what was cracking me up is that they kept saying against the 3-time defending Eastern Conference champs. That's also well and good, but you could also say against the 8-time defending Eastern Conference champ because that's what he is. I know it's been 3 different teams or 2 different teams, but he's the 8-time.
Yeah, it doesn't
defending
matter.
Eastern
Yeah, it
Conference
doesn't matter
champion.
where he goes.
It doesn't matter where he's at. He's the 8-time defending
yeah,
champion.
Yeah. And what you saw in the fourth quarter and the third quarter was a guy that decided, okay, I'm just going to score it well.
Yep.
I'm going to take over the
Okay.
basketball game.
And then think about that swagger that you bring to the finals if you get over that LeBron hump because everybody knows he's the king of the East.
Imagine if
You
we
know what I
beat
mean?
him,
So
yeah.
you show up to the party and you just knocked out
Hey, what's
Balboa.
up?
You just knocked
Yeah.
out Balboa and you're like, hey, I'm here. What's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, fuck, dude.
And if you play Toronto, it goes like this.
you know,
You
even though it's
go,
a rock,
up in
and-
here.
and you're
Toronto's like,
you're like,
oh my God.
even though it's the Warriors and even though it's the Warriors and the Rockets, it's like, man, this fucking guy, they're no joke. He
Yeah.
just knocked the fucking LeBron out.
Like these fucking guys, and they're young and they're fast and they're not tired and
Guys
they're not
on-
all banged up from like 10 years in the league.
Who are these
And
fucking
they don't
guys?
care, and they don't know no fucking better, and they're just out here having fun.
They don't know that we're not
stroking.
supposed to win it this year.
The
They don't know that we're too young.
A guy doesn't stop dropping triple doubles. Like, I mean, he just walks in the court. He gets off a fucking bus, triple double. I mean, and it's getting to the point where you're watching him get better and better and better and better every single game. And I know
we haven't even been close. These games haven't been close, people.
Say
That's
what
why
you
we're
said on
gonna kill
Facebook.
Milwaukee.
Say what you said in your Facebook post, because I thought it was great. I thought your Facebook post the other day was great.
Well,
about
I think he's
no
the best
jumping.
point guard in the league.
With no jumper.
He's the best point guard in the NBA, and he can't shoot outside the paint.
Yeah.
And he's the best point guard in the NBA. And come at me about it. I don't care.
Adam.
I'm going to debut you. Whatever
Adam.
you say. Because yes, okay, Carey's a better shooter. I'm well aware. Harden's a better shooter. Okay, Russ is a great playmaker. I'm well aware of all those things. But Ben is
unguardable.
He's like I said, any of those three guys can't guard Ben, and Ben can guard all three.
Unguardable. He can do it on
Makes
the other
everyone
side.
around
That's
him better.
amazing. Listen, the amazing thing is what you just said. Like they got to guard him, and they ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And a 6'11" son of a bitch on the other end is going to say hello, and he can guard you.
And
That's what's ridiculous.
They'll score some points.
No, I don't
he'll
know.
back you in all day.
I don't know if he can guard. I don't know if he can consistently guard Russ. Honestly, let's be
He
real.
can.
But all right.
But Russ and
But who does?
Russ and James ain't playing defense. Period.
Yeah, they're done.
They're all fake.
Yeah, the other end.
Oh yeah,
All those
Harden plays no D at all.
All those numbers are just atrocious.
Yeah, all those other guys they're not going to match up on our end. Even if they could cover them, they won't.
They won't.
Because
They'll put somebody else
it
on
would be a guy like PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Or Mbute on that side.
Yeah.
Or it would be
the
Durant.
Warriors,
It would be
the,
Durant. Probably.
Yeah, Durant. And who
Now
else?
Durant does play
you-
D.
but can
Yeah,
you-
Durant does play
Durant.
D.
No,
He's not-
Durant,
now
but he's not
this
point
year-
guard.
this
Yeah.
year- this year
No,
he
but my
decided-
thing,
he
if
plays
Durant matches with him, that's a good matchup for them. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Durant's going to be tough with it.
Oh,
he's
he
not.
will.
He's not your softy defensively. Like him and LeBron actually play fucking D.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like you're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
a lot of these other superstars. It's all the other end of the floor. I'm gonna drop 40, and I'm gonna give you a little this.
Yeah, Steph Curry don't play no
I
D.
might clap my hands once in a 48-minute basketball game, but that's all you're getting out
I
of
might
me
get a couple
defensively.
steals. I might get a couple steals.
Yeah.
But
I'll
But
get
I,
steals
but I ain't
defensively.
back. I ain't D'ing nobody up.
It's the old Allen Iverson steals. Led the league in steals because, he was a great passer.
Yeah, because you're in the lane.
Yeah,
It's
right in the
Rocco.
passing lane, yeah.
It's Rocco.
Oh, it's Rocco.
You know what I mean? It's Rocco. But my point is like Durant will D you up. But that's a matchup. But let's just getting there. I don't give a shit who's D'ing us up because we're going there. That's a part of this picture that we're drawing. We're painting
First
a
off,
picture
we're
of
too
us
young.
getting there.
You would think going into the season that we're too young to get there at this point. We're gonna make a little noise, but watch out, we're coming,
Listen,
and we're coming
and
hot.
This is the first year.
And everybody fucking knows it too. The entire nation of NBA knows that we're coming.
And like I said, we'll take that because this is the first year that Durant's actually playing defense. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
second
he
maybe,
decided,
but yeah.
he decided to wake up and decided to be a beast, and you know what I mean. But now, if he's got to worry about Ben, that's going to take it away from the offensive side. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we'll take that all day.
Yeah.
We'll take that trade all day because we know they needed him last year to win win the title.
Oh, absolutely.
To your point, what you just said there, Wills, all the talking heads are jumping on the process bandwagon.
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
Nick Wright, Bayless,
Yeah,
Chris Carter,
but
Jalen
they all
Rose.
are. Nick Wright's a fucking squid.
and that's
He
from
can
Pu-
suck a dick.
That's from Pootie Tang.
What up, Poot?
Pootie Tang also says we were blowing all these leads when TLC and Bayless were our bench guys, and they stink. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We touched on that earlier.
They're overseas guys.
Yeah.
That's
What
the
about
biggest
TJ?
thing that we
That
did was get TLC out of the fucking rotation.
Yeah.
And Bayless should be on a ship somewhere.
Yeah. How is he still in the NBA?
Byron Bay's OZ111. Hello from Australia.
Oh, Aussie talk.
What's up,
A
down
little
under?
strip on the board bay.
A little
Love
down
it.
under.
I will punch a kangaroo. But welcome in, baby.
I will bitch slap a kangaroo. But we love to have you.
Just because they freak me out, not because I'm into that shit. They fucking hop around. They're dangerous, those
The
motherfuckers.
dingo.
You know what he said. You know.
TTP's got a good one, though.
The dingo ate your baby.
TTP and Ethan Thomas had a similar.
E.T.?
The question is,
That Evan?
if we get to the finals,
Great spin
can we
move.
beat the Warriors?
Fuck yeah.
TTP says, I'm sorry, but I can't see us doing that yet.
Oh,
Neither
I
do
can. I can.
I don't
You know
know
why?
if we can.
You know why?
We'll give him a series.
Because they don't know no better, and they're that delicious.
Well,
That's the fact
I
of the
would agree with
matter.
that.
Sometimes not knowing enough is all you need when you're first time in. Like, everybody goes their first time, right? Like, everybody has their first time and their first championship when nobody thinks that team will do it, right? Like, everybody does it when, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you win a championship.
And we won game one.
And we won game one.
Then obviously, Shaq said that's enough of this bullshit.
Yeah. The big Aristotle. The big
But
fun.
still, though,
They don't have Shaq on that side.
yeah, exactly.
But the point is like, everybody has to win their first one. And sometimes teams aren't expected to win, and sometimes teams are when they win their first one. But everybody gets there, and that's to win one, right? So why not us?
If we get there, we'll burn Greg.
Screw the jersey, just the whole guy.
We think of doing that. We went up.
A real life hot
If he won't let us, I'll light him while he's talking. He won't even know.
A real life hot foot.
Like hot foot, yeah.
My feet are on fire.
We're going to like Greg. We're going to like Greg. I don't know if that's a good bet for Greg because we're going. So Greg can't lit the fuck up. Oh, well.
He's going to dig that Brady jersey up. Here, burn this.
Here's Brady. Here's Brady. Here's Brady.
Edwin James says, JoJo is sitting on Twitter putting all the haters on blast. I love that
Absolutely.
shit. Mike Parker off the bench for Rocco. No problems there. Mikey the Greek, I just don't see how LeBron and Ben work together on the same floor. They're basically the same player. I'll tell you how. Showtime Lakers of the 80s. That's how.
We just run on everybody.
That's it.
We
You rebound and go.
all
Rebound
day
and go.
long.
Rebound and go.
I agree,
Rebound and go.
though. I agree with Mike's thought process and when the game slows down.
But LeBron's shooting 42% from three this year.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. He can just first, and he's going to be 34. You let Ben take over, and you tell LeBron, hey, when we're in a close game in the fourth quarter, win the fucking game. Bang.
So we got a little Phillies question on here.
And he would be able to save some energy. He won't have to dominate like he has to in Cleveland.
From one of our boys,
Nice problem to have.
Ken crossing guard.
Yeah.
You know crossing guard Ken?
Yeah.
Right? Crossing guard Ken.
Kenny!
I could have sworn my eyes were playing tricks on me last night when I read the Phillies were up 19-1. Question, did Clue his cap finally crack his head open or something? Did he finally stop with the coconut oil? What the hell was the deal last night? Well, the deal was hitting's contagious. Guys started putting back good swings on balls.
And the Marlins are horrible.
And they're horrible.
And we were hitting like 178 as a team. So you knew eventually if we had too
wow.
much talent, someone's going to start getting some hits.
I think what you saw last night
you're gonna
was
get fat. There's going to be days when you get fat, man.
You know what I like though about this whole thing? Because I like when guys
I like getting fat.
I like when guys I love watching players up against
I would love some cheese fries right now.
All right, I love watching players that are up against it. All right, and my thing, there's a certain player on this team that's up against it in terms of playing time. Where's he going to play? You know, you brought Kingery up. You know, he's going to play third, and a certain guy at third base. And granted, against Miami, I know, but you still got to hit the baseball. All I'm saying is, I'm not crowning nobody. Just hear me out. I'm saying that
he's hot.
When
he's
you're
hot.
up against it, and somebody's up your ass for playing time, and then you need a contract as well. Well, and maybe the Santana signing is helping a little bit in terms of because Craig was talking about that front hip staying in a lot better against lefties, and then he did it against a righty too, where he stayed in with the front hip. But what I like putting good swings on the ball, head's not flying as much as it's been.
That's true.
So listen, we need him to have a good year. Like as much as we've been critical of him, and we all have, but the guy can hit 35. You know, he's shown at the minor league levels that he can hit for average.
Was he 30 last year?
Yeah, quietly. Like, you know what I mean?
And he batted 245.
Yeah, but he can. My point is, he can give you 265, 270.
Yeah.
He's capable of it if he's doing the right thing.
He's not flailing.
When he's not flailing. So it's just good because I love competition. I love fucking competition because everybody's going to hit good. Because now the manager's got to figure out.
Then maybe you play Kingery at short because Crawford can't hit.
Well, he can't hit right now.
Unless you're Nick Williams, you don't.
Remember, Swanson couldn't hit a lick last year. Remember that.
I know.
Swanson struggled big time last year where they sent him down. Now, this year he comes up and it's seed.
Yeah,
and he's bigger, too. I mean, Dansby got a lot bigger from rookie year to this year. You can see the thickness.
He came straight out of college, though.
And I thought.
But you know what I'm saying? No, you saw some thickness this year that you didn't see last year, too.
And I thought that was a great comparison, you know, and that was my thought process with JP this year is he was going to have a year like Dansby last year where he was going to be up and down, not necessarily up and down from the minors, but like his numbers would be up and down. He'd have a couple weeks where he's stroking, and then a couple weeks where he can't hit, you know, he can't throw a rock in a lake.
Yeah, and that's what's going on. But I mean, we're going to have patience with him. But
he couldn't fall in the Grand Canyon right now.
You do have the benefit of being able to play Scotty at short. You can play Caesar at short. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can play Foreman at short if you need to.
Scotty should never play short. He played there since high school. I mean, I know I'm saying he has the option.
I don't love him there.
Caesar, if you're going to sit him, put Caesar.
I mean, I don't love Scotty there. You know, I mean, I'd rather have Caesar there.
Well, he played there last night, didn't he, Scotty?
Yeah.
I guess
he can play.
I guess they just think Caesar.
The two times he played this week there or last week, he didn't play there since high school. So
I mean, but I guess you think. I guess the thought process. It's Kapler, so there's no thought process. Yeah. But I guess he's thinking, well, Caesar's second base and just keep him at second base. Because I would rather put Kingery at second, move Caesar to short.
He's just thinking I got to get him in the lineup somehow. Yeah. And if that's the way he's thinking, I'll finally agree with something. Another guy
needs to be in the lineup.
Another guy we got to talk about that needs to be in the fucking lineup, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I do not care if it's a lefty. I don't care if it's a righty. I don't care what the computer says. Like he says, Nick Williams has to play 5-6 days a week. Dude, you don't bat 288 last year over an 80-plus game stretch and not deserve the right to have an opportunity to be better than fucking Aaron Altair.
Maybe he hasn't hit.
No, he just hit. Stop. Now he can't hit. The guy forgets to hit.
I told you I don't think he's good.
He's hit his whole life. It's not like a guy who would just all of a sudden start hitting.
I like
He's
Aaron
hit
Altair.
every level. Aaron Altair is a great hype. Like to me, he's just a big body.
Was he Cody Ashley?
To me, he's a 1 or 2 day a week starter. That's who he is to me. He's an off the bench guy, for a big pinch hit opportunity. Nick Williams is a legitimate outfielder that deserves a start in this league.
Disagree.
Dude, the guy. What sells you on Aaron Altair over Nick Williams?
What sells you on Nick Williams?
The little sample.
The terrible time that when he came in and had a ball go over his head this year. That's what sold you on him, or the fact that he hasn't got a hit all fucking season.
Oh, he has a hit. That's
okay,
a lie.
he has one.
Okay, that's a lie. So you want to go for one hit? The guy batted 288 last year over 83-game stretch. We're gonna go over 5 games, and then we're gonna say, okay, he's not good enough.
Batting 7th on a shitty team. It's pretty easy to get hits.
Okay, dude, you gotta hit the baseball in this league. Are you fucking high? You gotta hit the baseball in this
league.
I
am high.
No,
so
288 matters where you're batting because come on, dude, you gotta hit. You hit.
He hit a 3-hole last year.
It doesn't matter. You're a freaking idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an
idiot. You're an idiot. You're bringing a personal agenda in there, and I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like Nick Williams, but I will say this.
And you're making yourself out to be an idiot.
Listen to me. Just shut the fuck up for a second. Listen to me. I will say this. You don't want to do that. I will say this. Kapler, the one I don't understand is you can't have a guy, you can't bench a guy for 3 straight games and then have him hit third. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay? If he's good enough to hit third, he's good enough to play every day. That's what I don't understand. Like if you're going to do that, then bat him 7th. Bat him 8th. I don't know why is he playing twice a week and batting third? It doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense.
That's the robotic way he does things. Like whoever comes out goes right in that spot. You know what I mean? That's like JV shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can make, I don't care who you play.
You can create another lineup.
We do care who you play.
You create another lineup.
There's 9 guys, and if whatever day that is, then you can actually change those guys around.
You're allowed to rip the paper out and create a new one.
It's okay. You don't have to hit Carlos Santana second because his OPS is fantastic, and Tito let him off in a jerk-off American League. All right, those guys crack me up. All right, Crash Davis is leading off. All right, for the Orioles. Nice job, Buck. Yeah, good move. You fucking stink. All right, so I got no time for shit like that. But you can make adjustments. You don't have to just because you took that guy out. You don't put that guy in the 3-hole. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Listen, you know what? I know they think he's. They know he's a free swinger, and that doesn't sit well in the computer. Guess what, dude? I don't give a fuck when you swing. If you're batting 280, okay, in this league, and you hit 13 home runs, and you had like fucking 5 or 6 triples in an 80-game stretch, you have every right to be out there and an opportunity to hold your job. You understand? You can't hold
it in spring.
You don't lose a job in fucking spring. If guys are losing jobs in spring, I'm done. You can't lose it.
Well, you've never hit in spring in your life, so you're right. You are done.
Come on, I'm right, dude. If you're taking away a 24-year-old kid's job in spring training, that's a joke. That's a joke from a kid who was productive last year.
I'm just disagreeing with you to get the best out of you.
I know, but that's not how you do it. That's ridiculous.
No,
to me.
I agree.
I'm not yo-yoing a 24-year-old. And then what you do last night, you fucking idiots. Thompson comes in, pitches well, granted 20-1, but pitches well, and then you yo-yo, and then you fucking yo-yo him again. Are you guys okay with the yo-yoing?
Got to save.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta save.
Then you yo-yo him again? It's the 5th time this kid's been yo-yoed. You think it's going to work out? You guys are, oh, my God, this whole organization.
Who else are they sending down?
I don't give a fuck. You find somebody. You don't send the guy down and just pitch well. You find somebody else. The computer didn't say you pitched well enough.
Well, maybe he's going to start.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he's going to go back to starting? Now he's going to go back to starting? I'm leaving.
He was the long guy.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, he's probably going to go back to starting. He was the long guy in the bullpen.
Guy's supposed to be a prospect. Guy was supposed to be a starter, a chance to start. And all they've done over a 3-year stretch is yo-yo him and fuck with the mental side of this guy's head.
I don't disagree
it's a joke.
with that. I'm
It's
saying,
a joke.
who else are you
It's a
sending
joke.
down
And
to make
someone's
look
going to stand
Marietta?
up for things. Somebody's going to stand up for things around here and not watch this shit go on. Okay? I'm not crowning.
Guy's agent.
I'm not crowning Jake Thompson, but stop
you
yo-yoing. Then keep him down there. They say, you know what? If you go down there, you're not good enough to ever come up. Don't fucking yo-yo 27 times. Christ. And everybody on the couch knows I'm right.
Tom's last name's Thompson. Anybody didn't know?
Tom Thompson.
And my cousin Adubel. Like, all he does is hit. Was I right? Because he comes in, he's hitting now. Because just leave him in the lineup. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Schmitty said it last night. Now he doesn't want to be racist again, so he's going to
Schmitty's
crown
blowing
him.
him.
But Schmitty's like, this is the guy you just let play. He just let play. He just let him play. Like Schmitty said it like 5 times.
Was Schmitty racist?
No, when he said about Adubel, like, you can't have a leader who doesn't speak English.
I agree with that.
No, you can and you can't. I think you got to speak some English. I don't think you can be, all Latino.
Well, you're not pumping people up if they don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? No,
I think in the locker room he does, because he does communicate with his players. And just when Greg Murphy and his idiotic questions get stuck in his mouth, he's like, I'm going to save myself and just bring a translator because this guy's a freaking idiot.
Yeah, my point is that, there's certain guys you just
he's
let
like riding a
you
bike
let-
to Wild
You
or
just,
something,
you just
Greg
leave them in your
Murphy
lineup, and you let them guys do what they do because their numbers are going to come around. And you
No,
have a-
Dibble needs to play.
If he's on your team, he plays. Yeah, if you wanted to move
I'd like
him,
to
you
trade
should have
him,
moved him.
but yeah.
You should have moved him, right? But if he's in your locker room and he's not acting like a complete asshole and not running out pop-ups and doing like little league shit, right? That we.
Well, he's gonna do that
That
too.
he's displayed over the years. You play the guy. The guy can hit.
But guess what? In 162, like we talk about, I'm not sticking up for anything, but in 162, when you dissect, you can pick things out on a lot of guys who might not have ran this out or might not done this or might not done that. When you're into the moment and you're losing, right? Like my point is when you're losing. Dude, if you're gonna act like I'm making an excuse here,
Dad
okay,
talk.
I'm
Dad
gonna
talk.
backhand you
dad talk.
right on there because there's no excuse here. It's talking about when you're a bad baseball team, okay? When all we do as a fan base is we're gonna pick. We're going to pick at everything, and that's fair.
He's a hot dog, dude. I mean,
okay,
you watch him play.
it's 2018.
I still say he's got to play. I say he's got to play.
Oh, my God,
I'm
a
with you that he's
Latino
gotta
ball
play.
player is a hot dog.
Listen, if you
Right? I mean, really.
Listen.
Stop. Hold the presses.
I don't like
Hold
it.
the press.
I
Stop
don't
the
like
press.
it, though.
Stop the presses.
I don't like it.
Hold the presses. No more printing. A Latino ball player is a fucking hot dog.
What presses are we holding?
Shock the world.
There's
Alex,
no
shock the
newspapers
world.
anymore.
Can I hit my buzzer?
Shock the world now.
Alex, can I hit my buzzer?
Please hit
I mean,
it.
if you, if you think
100% right.
If
Go
you
ahead.
if you think it's
Latinos are hot dogs.
if you think picking,
That's a
if you
racist
think
comment.
that's picking,
That's a real. They always look smoother.
I mean, if you think that they're. If you think that's picking the stuff that he did last year, then you're being a homer.
Well, Caesar
Come
did
on,
a lot
buddy.
of the same things.
Get out of here.
Caesar
Dad
did some
talk.
things.
Guy
Dad
fucking
talk.
plays hard all the time. Get out
Yeah,
of here.
Caesar plays hard all the
Caesar
time.
had a lot of bonehead
You're
base running
crazy.
mistakes last year, and it was talked about at length. Let's not act like it wasn't, please. Okay,
We're
wasn't
not talking about bonehead base running mistakes. We're talking about not running the bases out.
I understand
We're talking
that.
about nonchalant.
I understand
Effort,
that, but there was a certain
effort.
guy in this city.
Flair,
11 did it all the time.
You can always give effort.
I understand that Jimmy did it at times too. Let's
I
just-
never liked Jimmy.
I
And you
understand-
know that.
I-
And you know that.
I know that.
7,000 times.
I know that. Now, I'm not making an excuse.
Yeah,
Listen,
round
I don't
out.
want to talk about it, dude. But these certain vets have to be in the lineup and play every day. And Nick Williams needs to play at least 5 days a week. You got to let the kid get into a rhythm. He's a young kid. You can't do it. Aaron Otero 27. He's shown who he is. He's going to be a guy who plays 80 games and gets hurt. That's what he's going to do. Like, if I could put a bet in Vegas right now, I'm going to bet
Well, that's the only thing.
85. He's out.
Because the talent's there. He just hasn't stayed healthy. Right?
Yeah,
So
He was
I
back,
think
he was
he
back
stays
under
healthy,
100 before last night.
if he
And
stays-
he hits the
if
grand
he
slam,
stays
and I'm like, damn it, stop hitting good. Like,
Yeah,
I want you to go 0 for 7 so you never see the lineup ever again.
Yeah, when he hit
Why?
the granny, I was
I
like,
hate Aaron
ah,
Otero.
I don't
Why?
like
I
it.
think he's John Mayberry.
Oh, my God. You two, huh? Is this like a blow fest in here for Nick Williams?
It's a ball fest for honesty and good players. That's what it is.
honesty.
That's
For
what it
honesty.
is.
Are you
If you think
serious
Aaron
right
Otero is
now?
better than Nick Williams, you need to get your eyesight checked.
Apparently I do because I don't think Nick Williams is very good.
Okay. You watched them. Where were you last year?
At work,
Haterade.
Yeah.
but I just don't think that. I think Nick Williams is okay. I think Aaron Altera, if stays healthy, could be a very good player.
So stay healthy then. Show me.
Okay, well,
That's what the X factor is with him. Is he's got flashes like John Mayberry, where he looks like
John
a
Mayberry didn't have
superstar.
flashes, okay?
He had like 1 or 2 at bats a year.
Stop it. John,
But-
if you're comparing John Mayberry to Aaron Altera, that's where I got a problem. You can tell me that Aaron Altera's not a good player. John Mayberry fucking stunk. Aaron Altera's better than John Mayberry.
He's better, but it's still the same mindset.
I understand
As a
what you're
fan
saying.
base.
You think
Still the
you
same
kind of
mindset
want
as a
him
fan
to be
base.
John Mayberry. You want him to play once a week. I got what you're saying.
Yes.
No,
I get what you're saying.
He can start twice a week. You know what I mean? I'm not like trying to like hide him on the bench and never play him. I'm just saying that I got to play Nick Williams more than him. That's all my point was behind it. I got to play Nick more than him. Like I got to give Nick at least 5 days a week. Like that's just natural what you're going to do with a 24-year-old kid who is one a better prospect and one at the major league level hit better last year. He hit better. So I got to see it now.
But is he a better prospect?
Yeah, is he?
Because if the dude stays healthy, what you're saying, I understand that goes into it. We always talk about that. Right? The best ability is availability. So he still has to do it. But I don't know. Is he a better prospect? I don't know that.
I don't know, but if I
duplicate
83 or
he
whatever
gets a chance
games he
to play
played,
150, I don't know.
like if I could duplicate the sample size of last year and make that in the 162,
I understand.
that's about 25 homers as a rookie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You probably hit about like 8 triples, whatever, but you probably bat around 280 like he did. So I mean, they're numbers that it's like, well, that's a good baseball player for a rookie. You know what I mean? If I double them numbers,
Or it goes the other way though.
Yeah, it could.
The more, I'm just
Or,
saying,
or the guys figure him out, he can't get a fucking hit.
But guess what?
Like that's what's happened so far this year.
How do you
And
figure that out? You need a sample size of a guy playing consistently.
I hear you.
Both
I
guys.
got
The
you.
only way.
But for both guys though.
Yeah, but
I'm saying both points. You know
but
what I mean?
but the other guy-
he's saying, listen, if the dude gets 150 games, he's got a shot at being special, possibly. You know what I mean? You're saying, hey, if he plays a whole season, can he hit 290? I don't know.
But
that.
this is
He
what
could
you
hit
do, though.
240.
But this is what
guess
you
what?
do.
You're in a competition.
You
He's
have
clearly
3
losing it right
outfielders.
now.
You have 3 outfielders. So, like, okay, Reese can get a day off every once in a great while. Well, there's a day I'll
yeah,
take
he
a
will.
play.
He will.
A Dubal can get a day off every once in a while. There's another day. You give Nick 2 days off. There's 2 more days. You can get the guy in the lineup 3 days a week. You can. I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm saying, like, I want to play Nick more than him, but it doesn't mean I don't want the guy ever in my lineup.
I got you.
Because he does have pop and he can do some things. Nobody's taking any of the talent away. But if I got to go off of what I see is a guy who's not going to be healthy. Now, if he is, guess what? But how do I keep a guy healthy? Well, I keep him healthier and get more out of him if I'm playing him 3 days a week. It's common fucking sense. For a guy who's always hurt, if I play him a little bit less, maybe I can keep that body fresher and I avoid a freak injury again. That's all I'm going with it. And then I get him for 162 essentially. At least off my bench, a bat here, a bat there, play 3 days a week where you start. That's a lot of at-bats, guys. That's not like you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
I'm still getting a lot out of him, but then I get to see who is Nick Williams because I can make it more of an assessment off of 150 than I could off of him playing 80 games this year. You need more. Just so you know, because now Harper's out there, right? You have free agents coming out there.
Well, we got 10 outfiters. We got 10 outfiters.
But that's why I need to know who
Who
are these guys?
You got to know. I mean,
Yeah.
If Nick Williams is who certain people and myself included think he is, then maybe you don't spend the money on Harper. Maybe you spend the money on a pitcher. Because you have a Harper,
or you move these guys.
And
you move the young guys. You know what I mean?
When I say this, I'm not
You move the
comparing
guys.
Williams to Harper, but you would have a Harper-like prospect in Williams if he's that guy. I'm not saying he
or
is.
if you get 2 guys that give you enough production for one Bryce, where you're going to be able to get 2 pitchers or something.
I'm a Bryce guy.
We
I
got
would sign
8.
Bryce
We
today.
got,
So would I.
We got 8
But I'm
outfielders.
saying,
We got 8 outfielders.
We have Moniak
Yeah,
and Hazley,
that's what I'm
who we
saying.
also took in the
Yeah.
first fucking round. So maybe you package a couple, you bring Cole back.
And Cornelius is down
Telling
there, too.
you.
So, I mean, we
I'm
got
telling
8
you.
outfielders.
You
That's
got
what
him.
happened in August.
We got about 8 guys.
Cole
But that
Hamels will be a Philly
That goes
this year.
right into the conversation of finding out who every one of these are. And guess what? Maybe that's their plan. Maybe early on, some of the things we saw maybe aren't the long-term ideas of this coaching staff and him. I'll say one thing before we head over to the YouTube. I'll say one thing and guess what? The guy's a talker, so anything he says, you're most likely going to like. But I did like how he says, I'm good. Like, I'm okay with the booze. I understand it. I want them to know I'm going to work my tail off to win. Now, he's a talker. We know that, and he sold us on talking before. I still don't trust it. I see too much of this nonsense.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. But guess what? I think these kids are good enough that the anonymous source in the locker room said he just needs to get out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't like anonymous sources.
Well, we're going to go to the other side. Like
He's got to get out of the way.
No, not to take a shot, but I would ask you, like in all seriousness, what do you like about him? You know what I mean? Because I know you like him. So what is it that you like about him?
I just think he's a free thinker. I like that he's something new. You know what I mean? That yes, he's not this old school guy is just going to beat somebody down for not doing it the old school way. When the game has obviously changed, the game is evolving, and there is other ways to go about the game. Not saying the old school ways are the only way and are not there still today. I'm just saying I like a new thought process. It was the same thing with Brett Brown. Brett Brown was a new thought guy. You know what I mean? Brett Brown was a guy that wasn't in the Phillies tree or the Sixers tree. They went outside.
Yeah, you like him because he's not a
but
typical
he was a
Philly.
pop tree. He was
Right.
a pop tree.
Well, yeah. And that's part of it. That's part of it.
I agree with
he's
that
not
part,
Boa.
but-
He's not a retread. You know what I mean? Like Girardi, like all these other guys. It's just
That's
boring to me.
All I have to say.
I'd rather take a chance and suck, but take a chance at something new than just to retread and be boring.
Listen,
But it's a nerd with a fucking computer, though. He don't even trust your eyes. If he would go half computer, half eyes, I'd be okay with it. Don't just go
and
computer.
I think he's going to evolve in that.
Okay,
I mean,
hopefully.
this is his,
I'm
his
listen,
7th game.
I'm not-
You know what I mean?
winning can be boring, right? I mean,
I've flipped down him enough.
The Spurs
right?
are boring. Nobody likes the Spurs. They're boring, and they got fucking banners hanging all over the place.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, but you know what I mean? It's still the same game to me. I understand it changes, and teams are doing that, but it's 60 feet 6 inches. It's 90 feet. You know,
Yeah, no,
90
you're
foot
right.
bases. You know, there's pitchers still got four or five pitches. There isn't like nobody's doing backflips and then throwing.
It's nothing new. It's nothing new. Like,
Whatever.
okay, you want to bring
We're
numbers.
not kicking the
You want
ball.
to bring numbers into a number game? Go right ahead. Okay, hear me on this. If you want to bring numbers into a numbers game, okay, that's not delusional thought process. That's actually there's smartness to that side of it. Okay, but the 50-50 or 75-I, 25, whatever you want to go, but it's no more than 50-50. The eyes have to be 50% of your evaluation, your scouting department, everything. If you're going to tell me you went to watch Joe Schmo playing a fucking high school game, but you didn't go watch, but you base it off numbers you got back or whatever, or launch angles, right? Get the fuck out of here. Because I have to send somebody out there to watch him play.
No, you're not wrong. But that's your opinion, and that's the way you go about things.
No, but you can bring
You know what
both
I mean?
in.
Like,
but
no,
no,
there is a
you can
medium.
bring both in.
There is a happy medium.
Yes, you can bring. Listen to this. You can bring both in, but somebody needs to watch, and then you can have your fucking junkie.
Why can't it be the same
Let
guy?
me fucking fit. Because the same guy ain't smart enough to do both.
What?
Because the nerd's never played baseball in his life.
Yep.
He's a fucking number
He
cruncher.
ain't going to be
That's
able
why.
to judge the talent.
That's why.
He ain't going to be able to judge the talent.
So you can't take a baseball guy and allow him to learn numbers?
Who said you can
But
allow-
they don't do that. They take these kids from fucking
Yeah, they
that have
don't do it that
Harvard
way.
degrees.
Joe Jabrone over here. They don't do it that way. Joey
They
Jabrone. They don't do it that fucking way.
They take a
Okay,
kid
so
that's been
Kapler
playing
wasn't a-
Dungeons and Dragons
Kapler
his
wasn't
whole
a baseball
fucking
guy
life.
his whole career.
We're not talking about Kapler. We're talking about the
Kapler,
scouts.
we're talking about scouts. I'm working my way up the department here, okay? Let the kid do what he does.
Scouts that they're getting from fucking Harvard with Harvard degrees that have been fucking playing Dungeons and Dragons and fucking Pogs their whole life.
Because they know a launch angle, an
that's
exit
what's going on.
velo, and they're basing
And
it
they're
off of that shit.
number crunchers.
So my point is, you got to go. You can go 50-50 on that level down there, okay? You can have a happy medium, fine, because the game's evolving. Go right ahead, okay? But you better have somebody watching with their eyes. Now let's work up. Your scouting department inside your organization, your player development, okay? I still need guys going to see these guys play with the numbers, okay? With all the extra stuff, fine. Mix it. Now we get to the highest level, okay? It cannot be a computer-generated lineup on every game on, well, this is what the numbers are saying, or Dubois has bad splits against this guy. I don't care sometimes. Sometimes the guy might be hot.
Guy's hot.
Right? So you go against the number. You go against the computer. It's okay. But right now, what I'm seeing early on.
Go with a gut feeling sometimes.
Listen, whether
Here you go. Here's my lineup. Or Quintek's coming down and me going, here you go, Gabe. Here's today. You understand? I'm not even saying it's all him. You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah, the bottom line is
it starts here.
Whether it's old school or new school, you still got to out-execute the guy.
Sure.
All right, so it doesn't matter what that says. Even if you're the old school guy, Jack McKeon chomping on a cigar and doesn't even know how to open a computer, or you're that fucking nerdy, not nerdy guys, but the guys that believe too much into that. No, I know that. Those guys are nerds. I'm saying the baseball guys that are believing nerds. All right, that's the new generation. Right? So whether you're on either side of that, like Sweeps or Greg or anybody, right? You still, at the end of the line, at the end of the day, that guy has got to out-execute that guy. That's the game. It's the simplest fucking game. Not simple, but it's the hardest thing to do in all sports. All right, but that's what it is. It's a team game. It wrapped around individual accomplishments and winning your individual thing. Right?
And listen,
you win that at bat. You win that
matchup.
You win that matchup.
And what helps? Numbers help.
Yeah, but
knowing numbers helps.
Does it? I don't know.
But listen,
knowing numbers help.
sometimes.
It helps.
I don't know.
It doesn't not help.
So yeah,
It didn't help on opening day. You throw your best guy. Your best guy,
I'm not
a lefty. I know.
Dude,
I'm not yelling at you. I'm not
I
yelling
get
at you.
that.
I'm just saying. Like,
I am
don't
yelling at
care.
you.
Go ahead,
I know,
yell
but
at me.
But I'm saying, that fucking lefty, stick down your ass. He knows your best guy. Go get him.
Yep.
That's
Agreed.
it. You know what I mean?
So that's where I think there's got to be a fine line, the fine line where you mix both. Like, it can't be one way or the other. Obviously, the one way, obviously just the eyes isn't where the game's going at the major league level. So I can't sit here and beg for it because it's not the way it's going to be. So I have to evolve myself and allow numbers to come into a number game. Fine, I can buy into it a little bit, but I can't buy into 100% all going off analytics all day and never saying, oh, man, I just got to feel, man. Yeah. Like any good coach goes off a feel. The great of all time.
I'm gonna stick with my ace and not go to Hobie fucking Milner.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Or I'm Dave Roberts and I'm not taking Kershaw out against Altuve and I'm going to say my best is going to go against your best. If you win, hey, I know that
Tip the cap.
I know I went to the fucking all-inclusive 2 weeks later and I'm sitting on the beach and I say, I went out with my dog. I went out with my horse, not I went out with this. I went out with this, so when I got to fucking fly to Dominican, I got to look at the computer and be like, you fucker. You fucker. Right? We're going to hit a break. We're going to come back on the other side, continue Phil's. Flyers in the playoffs. 10-9-8. Big one at 1 o'clock. Arietta at 1 o'clock. Maybe Jake says, hey. Maybe Jake takes his shirt off. Maybe it's a shirtless party.
Maybe Jake goes 8.
Maybe he goes 8.
Or 5. Who knows?
I kept loving last night when they kept talking. Me and Greg were dying like 18-1. Like, well, that's because looks calm out there. No fucking shit.
He had 70 pitches through 3.
It's like, and then he calmed down like, oh, he looks calm out there. I could go throw.
16-1.
70 pitches.
Did you see how calm the catcher looked for Miami throwing? He looked calm too. It was 20-1. Everybody's calm. The best in the business. Tom Renaud, Nick Lagazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwagwick, Robbie Pope on the 1s and 2s. Well, 5 questions at the end as well. Stay tuned. Head over to YouTube. Head over to the site. That's where you'll find us. Late.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to the bad boys of sports talk. Agree to Disagree, right here on A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
We're back. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio, BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW Atlantic City, off exit 17 at the Parkway. Find them online, bmwofatlanticcity.com. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours, Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Listen, fam, if you have not, hit the subscribe on YouTube. Come join us, stay with us, keep up on our alerts when shows are going live. Because, listen, it's for the fan, by the fan. We need your opinions so we can run people out of town, crown people, whatever the fucking case may be. We need you for all that shit to even work.
We give it back to the people.
Real talk. We started the show off.
Serve it up.
10-9-8.
Serve it
playoff
up.
talk. And our poll question was, will the Sixers hold on to the number 3 seed? Let us know. Still let us know. Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We're going to jump into some Flyers, and we'll continue our Phil's talk because Arrieta gets the first start today, and we really didn't get into Arrieta. We got
Jakey
excited
Bill.
about analytics and non-eye tests.
Well, you
and
know what
other
we can do
things,
real
so.
quick because the game's going to start in about 12 minutes. How long does Jake go today? How many innings?
30 pitches.
So you're the legend on the couch, Daddy. Go ahead.
Probably 6.
that,
I mean,
like
they're
that.
not going to, depends.
You don't know as much as him, is what I'm saying.
It depends how they
Right.
fill,
Clarify.
how he fills it up, but I would say 6. You know, he ain't going to go more than 6.
I disagree with everything that you just said.
First outing.
Not what he said. You.
So how many pitches you think? What do you think his pitch count is?
85?
85, yeah.
85?
Yeah,
Did anybody know what he threw in did he throw a simulated
he
again?
said he's ready to go 95. I saw that or something. But I think depending on the score and how it's going, maybe he goes 7 if he throws really well. Maybe he goes 5 if he doesn't throw really well. You know.
Yeah,
but
it's all that
Miami, good team to start with. You would hope for him. Miami's they're not really punishing the ball out there.
Yeah.
So
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
One thing I hate about baseball, when did baseball start as starting pitchers, right? When did it become okay and acceptable to throw 5 innings? And hear me out on this, okay? Because what I see in the first inning is
Not acceptable.
In so many baseball games, we want to show you every fucking pitch I got in my arsenal in the first inning. I'm going to show you every pitch instead of establishing a fucking fastball, okay? And then second, third time through the lineup, now I'm going to show you if I got a splitter. Now I'm going to show you if I got a slider. Like, then start mixing in more of that. But I see, like Velasquez last night, he showed every fucking pitch he had to the first 2 hitters of the game. Every pitch. So now the rest of the game, not saying these guys don't have books on these guys, because I get that, but there's a difference from having a book and watching it and being live to it. There's always that difference. So you can know a guy's got 5 pitches and know every one of them, but there's a difference of establishing a pitch and then, because this is the way Major League Baseball's going. Third time through the lineup, oh, we don't want you to see our starter anymore because we just wear it all out and we leave it all out there in 5 innings.
But that's what it is, though.
But it's horseshit.
The analytics is the third time through the lineup. You're not as good, so that's why they only do 2 times now.
But the reason why you're not as good is because all these arms.
I don't know about saving stuff, though. I mean, it's just.
Not saving, but I don't need to show you every. If I'm
execute pitches.
But if I'm executing my fastball early on, right? And they were talking about on the broadcast last night about Schill, how Schilling talked about, hey, if my fastball's working.
If you leave it in the middle of the plate, it's going yardo.
But what he said, he goes, if my fastball was working, this is what Schilling said. If my fastball was working, I wasn't showing you my splitter to the third time through the lineup with you. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to show a curveball or a second pitch.
But this guy's a Hall of Famer.
But
you understand that he's different.
I know he's different, but I'm just making a point to, like, all arms. I see it a lot more. Like even now, the good ones and the special ones.
A well-located fastball is just as good as anything else. Right? Sure. And that's what he did in the All-Star game. And he told A-Rod, he went like this. Here it comes. I'm going to throw you 3 fastballs. And he threw 3 fastballs right by him. In that one All-Star game. You know
I'm making it. I'm not.
Because he put him right where he wanted it to.
And I'm not comparing Velasquez to Schilling at all. I'm comparing like you got some fire with your fastball. And what I see is a guy who just wants to show you everything early on. And it's like, bro, you got a good fastball. Now, when he was up 17-1, he just said, okay, I'm going to start throwing the fastball all day. And he was blowing it by guys. Now, I think grants the Marlins. But my point is that, dude, establish it early on. Okay, not saying you don't throw your all speed in the first inning. I'm not going there, depending on the situation. But your third pitch, save it. Not save it, but spot it. You know what I mean? Spot it in spots. You don't have to – the first 3 batters that he faced, every pitch was laid out there. Every one in his arsenal. It's like, bro, that's why you're working full counts, right? Like, you're throwing your fastball for strikes, and then all of a sudden you want to get cute. And cute.
It should always work off your fastball.
I think it also depends.
And then you throw your out pitch. You know what I mean? You don't need to have 5 out pitches. There should be 1.
And I also think it depends on who's calling the pitches. Is it the dugout or is it Jorge? And because that's a lot of problem. That's a lot of issues with catchers coming up. Is either A, they're used to having a coach call the pitches so that they don't realize the
their
feel
whole fucking
of it.
life, basically.
Yeah, so they don't realize how to get the feel of it. Yes, establishing the fastball, picking your spots for an off-speed pitch. You know what I mean? In some way, because I do think you're right. We're seeing too many of these show me just to show it. The part of the job of the leadoff hitter is supposed to be able to work. A good leadoff hitter works to count and sees as many pitches so the guys know coming up what it looks like. So you're right. If you throw everything in the first inning, well, now there's nothing to fool somebody. Now they know the action. They know the action of the pitch. They know your action of your arm already because these guys study it. You know what I mean? So if there's any release point that's different on a pitch, they're going to pick it up as opposed to keeping something under lock and key for an inning or two or until you see them the next time.
Listen, you don't have your fastball, you don't have your fastball, right? I mean, there's going to be nights where you don't have it, but I see too many arms in this league, too many. And now the puppies do what the puppies do, right? Your Scherzers, your Kershaws, your
well, that's when you want to get them.
You understand? Like I'm not.
You let them settle in, you're in big trouble.
Now, them guys, your horses.
Yeah. I
don't see this out of as much. Your horses because they're special, right? But my point is the guys who a lot of guys have live arms. Well, bro, if they hit your best pitch, which is going to be your fastball, not great. Major League Baseball players hit fastballs. I get it. Okay.
Everybody throws 98 now.
So, but the point is,
if you hit your spots, they don't hit the fastball.
But the point is, it's like, hey, the Ricky Vaughn mentality. Like, dude, you're gonna hit my best pitch, and if you hit it, so be it. In my first time through the lineup, my first time through. Now the second time through, okay, I got to make adjustments off of what happened the first time through. Yep. But the point is, if I give you everything I have, the first 3 batters like he did, that's why your pitch count runs up, bro. Because you have him 0-2. You want to show me once. Fine. But now that you're 1-2, you're going to throw it again? No. You threw a curveball away. Come inside on the hands with a fastball. Right? You just went away to a guy. It's the little things I see with starters sometimes are fucking driving me crazy. Because the guys I get it, everybody throws hard. Well, throw fucking hard by somebody. Like, it ain't easy to hit 95. I don't care. I know big leaguers do it. But first time through, I've seen a guy in 40-degree fucking weather make him hit your fastball.
I mean, if you pitch to contact, you can eat up 7 innings. You know what I mean? If you know what the hell you're doing. You know what I mean? You can't. When you start striking out, if you have strikeout potential, you start striking out double-digit guys, then you're going to run your pitch count up.
He throws like a guy.
Let alone he doesn't even know where the fuck it's going.
Yeah. He throws like a guy who throws 88. You understand? Like scared. Like he throws scared. Like you get 0-2 and then everything's scared pitches instead of being trying to act like a dog. Like you're saying, pitch to contact. Don't be scared of your best pitch. Pitch of contact, and guess what? You're going to take 20 pitches off of your pitch count through about 4 innings if you just pitch to a little bit more contact. And I see that so much. Guys are getting scared to get beat that they throw their outs like 3 times in a row. Yeah. No, and it just drives me crazy. I'm sorry.
It's a nibble world.
That's my point.
Vinny's biggest thing is he nibbles all day. As soon as he gets in trouble, he nibbles.
When relievers come in, they do the same thing because they're not necessarily not saying they're not team guys, but they're not their guys. You know what I mean? So like if Greg put 2 guys on, then then they went to me, and then all of a sudden I'm like, do I want to I want to challenge this guy with a fastball and he hits a 3-run homer off me, or am I want to just want to nibble a little bit, and then maybe singles. That's on Greg. All right, then maybe I'll go get the next guy. Whatever, you know what I mean? Instead of saying, hey, have a little taste of this 98 3 times right on your fucking knuckle soup right here.
You know what's hysterical? When I first started umping, I noticed like every catcher was away. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So when I got to coaching, the first thing I was telling my guys is like, hey, we're going to establish inside, man. We're going to make a guy move his feet a little bit, make a guy uncomfortable to hit. Okay, but the big thing I don't do anymore is I don't really call pitches. I'll call like the first inning, but I want them guys to be able to call a game and know what they want. We'll talk about what we're trying to do.
You got 9 you guys going in?
No. 9 you, I don't call anything. 9 you, I call it the first inning just so they get the feel of doing it. But what are you throwing? We're only throwing fastball, so I don't need to call 1 away. But I'll do it in like spots, like 0-2. I'll be like, okay, I'll give it 1 up. And then I'll give 1 low. You know what I mean? And you do that shit. But to the older guys, I'm always like, dude, establish your fastball, make a guy uncomfortable to hit your best fucking pitch, okay? And then and then change it up. But don't be scared to come inside is my point. So many guys are scared to come inside. And I know by umping, I'm like, why is every guy line up out here? I'm like wide open here. I'm wide open because everybody wants to line up out here. And you're going to get me killed. Come line up in here.
You have to establish inside.
You got to show it. I mean, we live in
a pussification world where everybody wants to go pitch away.
I don't want to hit guys.
If you don't establish inside, you're just letting guys extend their arms, and balls are going to go far.
Watch 90% of batters who have to move their feet into the bat, and let me know the success rate. I want no analytics on that. Just a guy where you make him move a little bit. This is a little uncomfortable to be up there. I would love to know.
You change his eye level.
And the problem is the game now is that if you hit a guy accidentally, and then you hit another guy accidentally, they throw you out of the fucking game.
So
then
everything's on purpose.
It's
free to pitch inside.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What do we got over on YouTube? We got a bunch of people chiming in.
There's a bunch. A little from earlier. David Roska chimes in. Flyers need to upset the Pens. Yes, sir.
We're going to get into that in 1 second.
TTP Ball was replying to your Ben best. He said, "Ooh, that's a bold statement. I don't know, man. That's tough. Over a 15-year span, you'd probably take Ben over Ross, Kyrie, or Curry. Not saying I disagree, but that's huge. There was that whole Ben comments. Wild Jungle chimes in. All Philly teams are going to win.
Let's go with it.
TTP Ballin again. Getting back to the Sixers against the Western, like the Warriors in 2015, they won it. No one thought they'd get it done. Get by Bron. It's a possibility.
Team, too. That was a young team.
David Roska, Sixers will win first and second rounds. Flyers will beat Pittsburgh in the first round.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Poe chimes in with Amen Roska.
Listen, I'd love to believe that one, but I don't know how I'm doing with that.
TTP Ballin. That was the most convincing no I've heard in my life. Kyle Neubeck said he thinks Dario and Fultz aren't enough to bring in Kawhi. Do you at all? I don't know if you're bringing in Kawhi while you're trading Dario and Fultz.
First off,
and I don't even like what I see out of him. I don't like this that
no,
whole shit.
No.
I don't like that fucking shit. I might
not
want him.
He's been cleared to play, and he's not playing, and he
doctor.
says he's not ready.
Fucking
That's
bullshit.
a lot of shit going on. There's a shit stir going on. There's a shit game coming for San Antonio, and it don't look good. We don't want to bring it here.
In the beginning, I like.
Not to mention, you don't have to give up anything when you sign LeBron.
Listen,
why are we trading guys? Why are we trading guys?
Let me chime in. Only because this guy thinks he's cute. He's still a superstar. He's a fucking issue, right? And
he's remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
He's trying to be funny.
Because he called my 27th best player when he was like the third.
That was like 5 years ago.
He's a superstar.
It was 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago. I was like, he's not top 10 yet. That's all I said.
He's a superstar.
You said he wasn't top 20.
We don't know what. I don't know what's going on, and we don't want no part of that because
we just went through it.
Spurs got a great organization, all right? If you got a problem with them, fuck, you can't play for anybody.
And Brett comes from there. He ain't bringing him in. Shitta Kane. There's a Shitta Kane.
We just went through it with Markel. Continuing, Mike Parker just checked out of work. The kid is back.
Kid's back.
What up, Mike?
Uncle Sweepsy knows his baseball. Teaching a kid to throw a change is priceless knowledge, and they don't realize it.
Well, change-ups are huge. Yeah.
Change-ups are huge.
That's from Mike Parker. We're caught up on
Almost the best.
on the YouTube.
Almost all the best pitchers of all time had great changes.
I mean, that was
great
Cole's out
changes.
pitch. Was a change.
Check your
Cole.
phone, big fella.
Oh, yeah. He'll throw you 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That's how filthy it was.
Oh, disgusting.
Cole threw you 3 in a row.
I can't wait till August. He's back.
Oh.
There's my lock, right? I'll stand at the table with that. Cole Hamels is back, baby.
I have no issue.
I totally agree that Cole will be back. I've been saying it for like weeks. I think he's back on the
saying
scene.
it for a year.
Yo, so how's that? Boom!
Well, I'm just saying.
Headshot.
I'm just saying because Texas stinks.
Yeah, they do.
And he wants to
he
come
still
back.
has all his stuff
All
here.
his shit's still
He
here.
still lives here.
And we want him back. Doc passed away, and they have Cole come speak.
That's
Cole's coming back.
As soon as I saw that, it was just like, this is going to happen again.
Speechgate.
You know?
We have too many outfielders. We got to trade them. And Texas has nothing going on. Just throw him a double.
And Williams.
I'm not giving
And Williams.
Are you giving that up?
A double Williams, Moniak. Trade back. See ya.
Trade back.
I'm not trading all 3 of them. Are you
In a
guys
heartbeat.
okay?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, Mike
In
Parker.
a heartbeat.
Sit Kawhi on the Fultzy couch.
That's it.
Markel's session is over on the couch.
Oh, my God, bro.
Well,
I
Phil's
want
not
nothing to do with Kawhi.
Phil's not on NBC today.
135.
They're not on 135.
Yeah, but still, they're not on NBC.
I don't know what
Maybe
they're
they'll be on actually.
Caesars played
Could be on.
10-9-8.
Yeah, play at 1 Mavericks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody know the lineup for today?
Double digits.
Phil's? Just curious.
Yeah, it'd be good to know. Let's jump into some Flyers Penguins talk, okay? Now,
Go ahead,
pussy-ass
big dog.
Columbus and pussy-ass New Jersey sat players to not see the Penguins, okay? Yeah, you want – guess what? You don't deserve to be in the playoffs if you're afraid about who you're playing in the playoffs. Granted, we don't match up well with Pittsburgh. Haven't beat them all year. But you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. I don't know if we beat them, but if we beat the Penguins in this series, and it's going to be it's a fucking rivalry. It's going to be a fucking knock them down, drag them out series. If we win this series, we go to the Cup. Mark it down. You
bold.
heard it here first.
Be
if
bold.
we win this series, we go to the Cup. Where's Clinky? Fuck the Penguins. I'll spit on you, Mike. Where are you? Where are you?
You want to beat the bully, you punch him in the mouth.
The captain should be The captain should be MVP. 102 points plus 29. He's the reason that we're going to the playoffs. Should be fucking MVP. Won't be. He should be. They're going to give it to Taylor Hall, that pussy from the Devils.
Here's Phil's lineup.
Fuck them. Let's go, Fly guys. I'm pumped.
Pussy talk.
Let's go. Love me some playoff hockey.
Oh, playoff hockey's great.
Love me some playoff hockey.
So you got Hernandez, Santana, Herrera, Hoskins, Williams, Franco, Knapp, Crawford, Arrieta.
So no Kingery, no Alfaro.
No Kingery, no Alfaro. Nope.
No Altair.
No out there.
So you got your wish.
Wish
granted, sir.
I
You rubbed your lamp and the genie came out and gave you your wish.
No, the
he
genie
was tan with white teeth.
The genie hit one 430 fucking feet last night and doesn't get a start tonight. That's what's confusing to me.
You want Altair to start now?
No. I want Alfaro. I don't give a fuck.
You knew Alfaro wasn't playing tonight.
He wants hip hop to play.
Listen,
hip hop.
when I watch a guy get in a little groove like you did
night
last
game
night.
to day game though, you knew.
Yeah,
that
at 30. You know what I mean? When you're 30 or you're fucking 150,
I'm just saying, you knew that was
140
playing,
into
though.
a season, or you're 140.
You
I understand,
You can't win.
but you watch a guy get into a
can't
groove.
win.
You watch a guy get into a groove last night, start hitting the baseball, and then you put
Everyone hit the baseball last night. The whole team hit.
20-0.
I just put Alfaro back into the game. Is all I'm saying.
Hip hop.
I let him back in. I let him start behind the plate again today. And you showed what he, last
Maybe
night.
Nap's got a little thing with Arrieta, and he's going to be his catcher. You never know.
That's okay. I'm just making a point. I watch a guy.
I love the Oppo Taco Donkey.
That makes me
shot
excited.
right
That's a
there.
guy locked in that I would love to. That's an eye test saying, "Whoa, he's hitting a
He
ball
was
away."
hitting like 098.
He hit a fucking ball 430, middle
He's hitting
away.
less than 100. He's locked in, right?
He was.
Locked in.
His first 2 hits.
Dude,
of
he's
the year
locked the
last
fuck
night.
in.
First 2 hits of the year. Oh, we can't sit him now.
Locked in.
Here he comes. The eye rub. All right, there's a lot of shit going on up here right now.
Just you two.
Right
You
there.
two. Go
Right
do
there.
go fucking sit on the computer together.
Mike
Because
Parker
that's
said
an eye. That's an eye move today. That's a switcheroo. That's saying, okay, I know night day
It's
game.
night game to a day game.
I
but
got the ball 430, almost out of the goddamn stadium, middle away-ish, which is a bomb that's locked in. That's saying, oh, that's an eye saying, okay, maybe I can. Sorry, Andrew. Guy hit a bomb last
Yeah,
night.
Vinny had 2 hits last night, too. Is he starting today?
Well, the computer would say yeah, but you know what I mean? The computer would find a way to plug him the fuck in.
Nice assist, Mike.
Vinny's first off the bench.
Mike Parker said the Phillies are on MySpace today.
That's spectacular.
Where you at, Tommy? Wasn't that the owner?
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, we all know him as Tom.
Tommy.
Kapler's got him on Tinder. Swipe right.
Yeah, that's how he does the lineups. That's how he does the lineups. He throws all the players on Tinder, and whenever way swipe, he's like, that one works.
Mike Parker's going hard on Knapp today in fantasy, cheap price. And Mr.
Go on a cheap price.
I don't know if we're listening to him.
Guy's gonna get no hits. But
his golfing
cheap price
picks haven't really transitioned well, Mike.
I put in 17 lineups, Tigers at all.
You think you're rolling over, Mike? What do you think you're rolling over? Fucking
18
Stones?
back.
What do you think you're rolling over Stones for Andrew Knapp?
Rob Povia over here. The days of starting catching are almost over.
Mike Parker sounds like fucking Gabe Kapler right
gonna
now.
Start seeing
he's
catchers
reinventing
mixing
the
out like
fucking.
hockey
He's
goals.
reinventing the fantasy wheel. I mean, Mike Parker's reinventing the fucking fantasy wheel. Sounds like Kapler. Oh, I'm gonna go digging for fucking Andrew Knapp today.
That's how you do it in daily fantasy.
Not Andrew Knapp.
Hey, you need lightning in a bottle.
No.
If he hits, Mike Parker's going to win a whole buttload of money. I guarantee it.
No, he won't because he's going to get the other guys wrong, too. His golfing hasn't done shit. VJ Singh. Should have said Fred Couples. God damn it,
He
Mike.
said, I didn't say go all Tiger. I said, I did know. And hold on, we got to check
Semi
in.
Ballesteros.
Greetings from New Orleans, fellas. It's WrestleMania Day. It's been a hell of a weekend. But anyway, the Sixers will hold on to the 3 seed for sure.
Who's that? Cousin Chrome?
It's cousin. Is
that the Chromage?
That's drunken King Heel Chrome.
Yeah, we're wearing his king hat still.
Got himself a crown, dude.
Where
was that camera on your shoe? He had a fucking shoe camera. I'm like, it was
Shoe
fantastic. Chrome, I was like, what's
is that an upskirt cam? Are you upskirt? Are you upskirting on Bourbon Street?
I was wondering where the puppies were. There was no puppies.
Where are the upskirt shots?
And you had a couple beads left.
He did have beats.
Rob wants to see them.
I wanted to see something,
You
Chrome.
should always be out of beads, son. Never not have a hurricane and always be out of beads.
Guys in New Orleans for over 72 fucking hours and not one tit shot to the real talk. That's a problem.
That's
talk.
an issue.
We'll talk when you get back.
But then he says, "Can you believe this team is going to win 50 games? Like after
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
52.
Vinny Curry's staying at his hotel.
No, Tommy's a fucking flake.
Oh, Jesus.
Appreciate the banner.
Wow.
Appreciate the banner, man.
Wow.
And then David Roski
That
going
cost
back.
$1,000.
Vinny can pay for your room.
Yeah, usually Vic, you got 100 for me. Pay for my WrestleMania ticket, $11.5 million guaranteed. Smart move though. I mean, I'm taking that.
You had to do it.
Yeah,
and we had to get rid of him.
He's not an idiot. I'm not mad at him.
Chrome said he's going to have the crown on this week when he's on the show. So he'll be wearing a crown
With
on the
titties?
show.
Are titties coming wet?
I don't know.
Not his titties. Some Bourbon Street tit.
He didn't even know how he got that hat. That was crazy.
He didn't know. He's like, I go down to the bar, and also I got a king hat on. It was fucking great. I was there dying.
He did look like a trashed up ginge, though.
And then Greg's like, what'd you say, Diaries of a Drunken
Diaries
Crow?
of a drunken King Heel Chrome.
all hammered on. Well, that's what you should be, Crow.
Look like a
You know what
trash,
I mean?
a trash
Fucking on
Prince
bourbon.
Harry.
You're on
Walking
bourbon
around.
for WrestleMania. Sip away.
Oh, absolutely.
When in Rome. When in
Absolutely.
Rome, brother.
Gingergate.
So we talked about the Sixers. Can they continue to hold on to the 3 seed? Let us know still. Chime in.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching because we want your comments. We want you to get the alerts for other shows. Chrome chiming in. That's a Birds of a Feather Tuesday. We got Monday, a little Hounds. Wednesday, Fix, AM to PM. Thursday, Lazy Booking, all wrestling there.
Yeah.
And then we go right into the Hockey Happy Hour, and them boys are going to be jazzed up this week. Maddie could throw a fucking right hook to Clinky, which could be must-see TV / raid, right? And then Sunday you got the
Maddie, you got to get the shirt over his head, Maddie. Got to get the shirt. Go for the shirt.
If he wears that goddamn Penguins jersey, Matt, you pull it off of him.
I did tell Clinky from Jump Street and Daly, make sure you wear your fucking team's colors. You know what I mean? Like,
he better.
Don't be fraudulent from
First
day
off,
one. So
if he doesn't wear it, then he's a fraud. And if he does wear it, he should get punched. So he's losing either way.
don't worry, I'll make an appearance down there. I might jump off the fucking 700.
Sabu style.
Chrome says, I have an incredible story about Ric Flair for the show this week.
Oh.
I'm like,
look at Chrome.
Little
tease. Little breadcrumb.
I can only imagine.
You get one of these?
Carrot.
I can only imagine.
Hey, just a pinky. Hey, just a pinky. Late night, just a pinky.
Pinky game. Pinky G.
Oh yeah, Flair. He's been known to party a little bit.
I'm
Now
sure.
that he's off the deathbed,
Yeah.
the deathbed.
Yeah, he's
Limousine riding, jet flying,
Clear. He's ready.
diamond ring wearing. Woo!
Flair's good.
listen.
Wheeling, dealing, and I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down.
Bring in the paddles. Clear.
He's back, baby.
Back.
I wanted to talk. So we talked about Arrieta. How many runs did he give up today? Does he mow? Do you expect a clean game? What do you expect?
1. 7.2, 1 earned. 6-1 Phillies win.
Yeah, you'd have to make a mistake. I mean, that's a JV. I said last night. I mean, obviously I was being facetious, but they'd have trouble winning in the parochial A in South Jersey. The Marlins. I mean, it's whoo-wee. Nice job, Jeets. I hope you got a plan. You might want to call Henke. You might want to call Sam up and figure out what the fuck you're doing.
We're not gonna lessen Sam to Jeter. Screw that.
Goodness gracious.
I'm
see him
1-2.
clean. Yeah, maybe makes a mistake.
Just
or
because
somebody kicks one around. But.
What offense are we going to provide after 20 hits last night? You know what I mean? We might get no hit. He might lose a 1-0 no hitter.
I think he goes 7. Gives
Tom's
up 1.
boy's in the lineup though.
I know.
Nick Williams gonna hit.
Yeah. But now he's not happy because Alfaro's not.
I mean, it's going to be consistent. I'm not going to run from shit. I'm not going to run from my dogs.
I'm with you. That's fine.
I start with my puppies. I run with them. I want to grow with them. And growing with them means
Titan
hitting them on the
talk.
bench. Yep.
So how many are you thinking though?
Innings?
No, how many runs he gonna let up?
I think he gives up 1. I think he cruises today. I think it's a good first start for him. He's a vet. He's a fucking Cy Young Award winner. He's a worker. I don't expect it to be like a lot of rust. I think he's sort of got some, spring training action. He's had plenty of time. It's not like, he's coming off a DL stint or something. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So I have high expectations for him. I really do today. Now, I think the lineup, are they going to hit like they did yesterday? No, but I think they're going to put up a 5 spot today just because I think the Marlins are so bad.
Yeah,
it's one of them deals.
Who's pitching for the Marlins? Do we know?
Some Joe Jabrone.
Is it Urena? Who I don't know.
No, Urana's not pitching. That's what I was looking at. I looked at it last night, but
Foul and a half.
I forget who it was. But it's not Urena. We missed Urena, which is good because he had a bad first outing and then he dealt the second time out. I mean, he's a flamethrower. Urena looks like he could be a good arm for them.
He's got a live arm.
Yeah, and like we talked about, who doesn't? But we shut down the last time. But Pivetta looks good too, boys. I wanted to mention it. They ran against Miami, but even his first start.
3 yellows. That's a bad pull.
That's a bad pull.
It's a bad pull. Pivetta, I'm not a Pivetta guy, but
No, I'm not huge,
he's got
but-
good stuff. If he trusts his stuff and he hits his spots, he could be good. Could be a good pitcher. But that's anybody.
Trevor Richards throwing for the Marlins.
Trevor Richards.
Who?
Wow.
Trevor, is that Garrett's brother?
Yeah, right?
Does he stay healthy?
Is he as hurt as Garrett?
Oh, that would have been.
I don't even
close.
care that you missed that. That's just
I know,
filth
it
in
was
a day.
awesome. I know.
Oh, look at the pump.
Good.
Look at the pump. Don't even matter. We just bored. We're just aggressive. That's why I do like Amir.
Sixers are going to roll today.
I do like
You
Amir
don't even got to worry about the
because he'll
Sixers.
wet
They're
his
gonna roll
beak.
today.
I do like Amir just because he'll wet his beak. Oh. Who was that?
Somebody's dunking for Dallas.
Yeah, who was that?
It's not Nerlens. He's suspended.
Is he suspended? What did he do?
PEDs.
No, he's smoking weed or something, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, we knew that when his
Yeah,
rental.
when they went through his house, they were like, it was
It's
disgusting.
like
in there.
17 ounces. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't an arrest thing. It was just like, dude, the dude smokes a lot. Cops are like, we ain't mad at him. He just rips it. House was a shit show. Rappers everywhere. Guy eats a ton of fucking food.
Stay with it, Ben.
Get on the fucking floor.
All right, so what do you think?
Rocco ain't.
How about the
No. Look at the dish.
Great pass.
Oh, you fucking crumb. Oh, he gets a steal. It's crumb steal.
It's out.
the Sixers game's looking a little weak right now.
That's why you can't trust analytics.
So-
That's a steal.
So let's get a Flyers Penguins
Here we go.
series prediction.
Here we go.
Flyers Penguins series prediction.
Flyers in 7.
That's where I was going. Flyers in 7.
Couldn't go 6.
I just
Didn't feel right.
I want to jokingly troll the Pens and say Pens in 7, just because that's what they thought last time they were going to beat us. I'm of course going Flyers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, let's go
Realistically,
Flyers,
I have no idea if
Pens.
we can beat them.
Yeah.
But if
Flyers
we do
in
beat them,
7.
we're going to the Cup.
Flyers in 7.
Pens in 6.
Oh, finally.
I mean, that's realistic. That's realistic.
There's another problem. There's another problem on the couch.
Pens and 7. I mean,
Flyers
Flyers
and
and
7.
7.
Yeah.
Flyers
Okay.
and 7.
Flyers and 7, Pens and 6. Let him go. He's a Cardinals fan.
I don't. They're really good. We know that.
They're extremely good.
And they've had our number, obviously, this year, but we can play with them.
No, yeah, we can play with anybody.
them.
It's a rivalry series.
You just got to stay out of the penalty box.
And
stay up.
absolutely. You can't let them get their power play.
Well, guess what? It's something we've done
and
well all
Is
year.
Elliott going to play well? If Elliott plays well.
I mean, he didn't, yesterday wasn't anything, but when I was at the game Thursday, I mean, Jesus Christ.
He struggled.
Struggled?
First game back.
Struggled? Listen, the one goal, I'm making that save even on skates, and I can't skate. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the one goal, like, you give up that goal, just, hey, buddy.
He made a big
Greg's
save
not
at the
buying
end of the game, though.
Greg's not buying
With the guy in front.
Not buying your saves. Save gate.
But, yeah, so, I mean, yeah, it's up to, how good is Elliott going to be, because he's going to have to keep you in games. This Flyers team is a good hockey team. It's not like the ones of old. They can skate. They can move. They stay out of the penalty box. And the captain's played fucking great.
Yeah.
A lot of criticisms early on, me included. I would have traded his ass. But the move to wing was the key. And you put talent around them, and now look at them.
I was on the trade Giroux bandwagon, but it wasn't because of Giroux. I just thought this year was like a pointless year, and he was the guy you get most for. Like, I wasn't like
most valued.
Right.
I was on it 2 years ago.
Like,
I haven't been on it recently.
I wasn't on the I think he stinks, he's terrible.
Oh, no, he's awesome.
Let's get rid of him. It was just, you didn't think they were going to be here. You know what I mean?
I got a great YouTube question for you guys.
Well, I saw
2
it.
years ago, I didn't think they were
Off
going to be
topic.
here.
I saw
Off
it.
topic,
but
a great one.
I was going to get
You were
ready.
wondering what Canada's been doing the last
Yeah.
couple times, how he's not,
It's a great question.
Brian MacArthur.
Well done, Brian.
What's up, guys? What up, Brian?
What
What up?
Just wondering, who would you have on your Sixers all-time starting five?
Wow.
Well, AI's there.
Is he?
He is.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. He never won.
think
I might
he
throw
thinks
Mo there.
Nah, I'm going AI.
No, I'm going to go AI. But I just
Yeah.
if you want to argue,
Because
I mean,
probably-
listen, you can throw Mo there.
Yeah, I
The Hall of Famer.
I think you take these two guys out because
No,
it's so
says
early.
the
I
other
mean, you
one.
don't have to. I think you take these two guys out for now.
Yeah, the two puppies.
Because
Yeah, we don't put the puppies in
Because
yet.
right now.
just
I'm not going to put him in
I
yet.
can't yet.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Although, I could probably make an argument for Ben. Because you can't take Joel over Wilt.
No,
Sorry. I love Joe, but it's Wilt.
it's well.
First off, you probably can't take him at the end of his career over Wilt. So
Sure,
and
yeah.
that's just fact.
I go Wilt,
Moses,
Charles,
Charles, yep.
Doctor,
No question.
No question.
AI,
Yep.
and then this is where you could throw Ben, but it's still so early, like, to just, like, miss a guy like Mo. Like, I wasn't the biggest Mo guy, but you know what? I'll throw Ben. Screw it.
So okay.
Oh, so you're going
So
AI.
so AI is
Ben,
like a shooting guard then.
Yeah.
Charles,
AI is my
Moses.
shooting guard.
Charles, Moses, and Wilt.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went Moses.
He
I
went Moses.
Big. I went big.
Yeah, he went big. I went Wilt, Chuck, Doctor, AI in my 2, and Ben was my point guard.
Oh, all right.
Jesus, Dario.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
a
go.
great question.
It is.
I'm gonna go AI, but at point guard, that's where he played, I guess. So, right. But I'm trying to think of who my 2 would be.
Jerry Stackhouse.
No, not good enough. Bobby Jones,
Rick
like a 2
Barry.
off the bench.
You could go
Bobby
Bobby
Jones.
Jones.
Bobby Jones.
Billy-
Okay, I'm gonna
Billy
definitely
Cunningham?
Doctor 3. I'm going.
I forgot about Moses.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chuck just because he played here longer, but he left and went to fucking Phoenix. We're going Moses. We're going Moses. Moses and Wilt, obviously, and I'll go Bobby Jones.
As your 2?
My shooting guard spot. Yeah.
I'll go AI. First of all, I'll go Wilt,
Yeah.
Charles, Doctor, Allen, and then that 2 guards is where it gets you. You know what? I'm gonna run.
Rocco.
I'm gonna run really big.
KJ McDaniels.
I'm not gonna run big.
He was the KJ guy.
I didn't even know that. I just threw the
I gotta
name
think
out there.
about my other one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going big. Yeah,
I was thinking about going big and just added Moses.
I'm going
You're going
huge. Wilt, Moses, Chuck, Doctor, and Allen.
I'm going the same way.
Andrew
I'm
Toney,
going the same way.
Andrew
Yeah.
Toney coming off my bench.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm going big.
Let's go, Andrew!
How about
Let's
this?
go!
How about Wilt, JoJo, Little JoJo, Chuck, Dr. Ben. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I'm in. We all switch it, Brian. Great question, though.
Mike Parker, AI, Dr. Moses, Wilt, Ben, SJM86.
go on.
First time today. What up, SJM?
What up, SJM?
What up?
Iverson, Irving, Malone, Barkley, Wilt.
So, yeah, you can't go.
I mean,
it's hard to go wrong.
I
tough.
think
It's
there's
tough.
3 of them that are just guaranteed to be in a lineup.
Yeah.
I think
AI.
Wilt, Doctor, and AI are guaranteed to be in any 3.
Yeah.
More than likely.
And Charles should be.
And Charles should be.
Yeah, he's
But
like another
you
Hall
can
of Famer.
you can make the argument for Moses over Chuck.
Listen, Charles will
Yeah.
tell you had a fucking glass window.
You're not putting,
so
you're
don't
not
have-
putting,
put
you're not
some
putting the
respect on
spoon
his
in
name.
there. That's for
Put
sure.
some
You're
respect
not
on his
putting
name.
Clarence
Or
in there.
Keith Van Horn.
Clarence.
Boom.
The birth of the round mound of rebound. That's where. You know,
All right, it is
where he
120.
started. That's where he started.
We're gonna
There's Sean Bradley.
we're gonna
love?
sign off.
Sean Bradley. Jesus Christ.
We're gonna
Sean
sign
Bradley.
off. The old 7-6 Sean Bradley.
Yes.
We thought it was meant to happen. It didn't. Listen, we thank you all for chiming in on YouTube. Love you all. Great questions, great comments. Sixers playing now. Phil's at 135 Arietta. That's must-watch fucking TV. What else I
Sixers
got?
holding on to that 3 seed.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see. Well, maybe we luck out and they play Sunday and we can go pregame next week. You know, first game Sunday. Let's go.
And this
go.
is the best time of the year, everybody. I mean,
yeah.
the madness just ended. You know, the Masters is going on right now. You know, we got as soon as the weather breaks, we got MLB.
Yep.
Birds chirping, hopefully soon. That's what we like. And then playoff basketball and hockey. I mean, come on.
Nothing
Let's
better.
go.
It's the best
Everything's
time
up
of
and
year.
running
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
And we run up against it. We didn't even get to Rob's questions, so we'll get to it next week. We have another week.
Sorry,
it's like
Robbie.
baseball. There's always another one. There's always another at bat. There's always another at bat. You know, he's got
Brian MacArthur, good job, guys, on the 5.
Thanks, Bri.
Mike Parker, Clarence 40 pump, fake Witherspoon.
The spoon.
We'll get out of here.
All right, we love you all. We're out. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgado, Brian Wilson, Greg Wagwick, Robbie Pope on the 1s and 2s, and y'all.
Happy Rusev Day.
Peace.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgado, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These 3 guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.